Hello, everyone, and welcome to Waynoka, Oklahoma, the Railroader Field on Railroader Homecoming. Ben Buckland, Cade Kennedy with you. We're on the north side of the field. This field runs from west to east. That'll be moving from right to left as west to east. And every time that we have had a home game, which has been every game, we have given you a weather report. And every time this year, wind has not been a factor. Can you imagine that, Cade Kennedy?
I really can't. That doesn't sound very Northwest Oklahoma of us to have a few game days in a row with wind not being a concern. Now, that is slightly different tonight. The wind is there tonight.
A little bit different.
It's not bad or anything, but it is there this time.
So you can see the flag in the southeast part of the end zone. There is a little what we call furling.
Yeah.
That's flag talk. Last week it was no furl, none. So we have and last week it was pretty cool.
It was.
Now it's, I don't know.
87 degrees.
It's 87 degrees, like I told you.
Now,
87.
The National Weather Service, as we've talked about before, every once in a while likes to put out what they call these plain language reports. Now they're for people like me who can understand them and not know any meteorology terms, but they said it's going to be a beautiful evening. It'll drop in the 70s at some point. I don't know when that some point is, but if it could get here pretty quick, I think everyone would appreciate it.
Well, our athletic director was just peering over our shoulders saying, when is that? When is the drop? We don't have a time forecast on the drop, but we're all for it. We're for it. And then to continue the weathercast, it's supposed to get cooler, but then it's supposed to get warm again.
It is. It's supposed to be kind of a warmer October in general, I think, is what I've seen, which is not the best thing in the world, but either way, that's Oklahoma weather for you.
Now, these gentlemen that will walk into your picture are the captains for the Railroaders, the three seniors, and they're going to be a part of the festivities that will take place here at the railroad crossing, where you see the cheerleaders and the railroad crossing.
And you're being serious about that. It is a real railroad crossing that they brought out on center field. They've got both signs and everything.
Everything, yeah. Yeah, no train is due, but
well,
yeah,
thankfully.
It's there. It's Homecoming 2025. So the royalty, and we'll see who gets to be the king and queen. Right now, they're contestants. Well, let's pick up with Mr. Taylor.
Homecoming here in Waynoka 2025. Our first queen candidate tonight is Miss Rietta Boseiden. She is the daughter of Ronnie Boseiden. Her honorary family members are Jill, Reese, Hollis, and Mandy. Rietta is active in FCCLA, FFA, academic team, softball, NHS, HOSA, and SIC. A few of her awards are placing 4th at state for her FFA Reporter's Book, first place national winner for FCCLA Star Event, and many other, but these are the ones she's most proud of. Rietta loves to read, hang out with her friends, showing cattle, and loves her pets. Rietta is being escorted tonight by Mr. Roland George. He is the son of Travis and Lisa George. He is active in football, basketball, and FFA. Roland was part of the 2022 State Championship runner-up football team. In his free time, he enjoys working on the family farm and hanging out with his friends. Our next queen candidate is Miss Reagan Furman. Reagan is the daughter of Terry Furman and the granddaughter of Tina and Joe Hammertsheim. She is active in fast-pitch softball, track and field, FCCLA, vice president for Stuco, the academic team, FCA, working at Joe's Rammer Jammer, and member of the FBC Waynoka Youth. Reagan has received the 2025 Superintendent Honor Roll, Superior Rating District Choir, Excellent Rating State Choir, 3rd place in FCCLA Entrepreneurship's State Star Event. She enjoys hanging out with Jada and Grandma Tina, helping at FBC Waynoka, reading, shopping, watching sports, but especially football. She likes to drive around listening to worship music, playing games with her family, Bible study with Jada, and playing with her dogs, Lucky and Oakley. Escorting Reagan tonight is Mr. Colin Myers. He is the son of Jay and Bridget Myers. Colin is active in football and basketball. A few of his awards include Class C State Runner-Up in Football in 2022, Academic All-District 2023, All-District Honorable Mention 2023, All-District Offensive Lineman Underclassmen 2024, Academic All-District 2024, National Technical Honor Society 2024-2025, and Alva's Area Offensive Lineman. In his spare time, Colin likes to hunt and spend time with his family. Jada Rosas is our last queen candidate for the night. She's the daughter of Kelly Rosas and John Rosas, and the stepdaughter of Brent Stewart. Jada is involved in cheerleading, track, FCCLA, Vice President of Community Service, Business Professional of America, FBC Waynoka Youth, and works at Joe's Rammer Jammer. She has received several awards, including third place in FCCLA Entrepreneurship State Star Event, 2024 National Technical Honor Society, 2024 Northwest Tech Perfect Attendance. Jada enjoys hanging out with Reagan and Tina, going to church, shopping, driving around, watching Criminal Minds, reading, and Bible study with Reagan. She is being escorted tonight by Mr. Colin Bichard. He is the son of Rachel Rittenhouse and Kevin Bichard. Colin is active in football, basketball, and baseball. A few of his awards include the 2023 District C1 Honorable Mention, Underclassmen All-District Team 2024, Academic All-District Team 2024, and the 2022 Class C Football State Runner-Up. In his spare time, Colin likes working with his friends, playing with his dogs, hanging out with family and friends, fishing, and working on trucks. Lakin Webb and Kason Castillo are our attendants tonight. Lakin is the daughter of Ryan and Courtney Webb, and the sister of Carter and Keaton. She is involved in Clover Buds, Waynoka Methodist Church, Little Dribblers, ARC Soccer, and T-Ball. Lakin enjoys playing sports with her brothers, going to OSU Cowgirl games, watching TV, and being with her family. Her favorite food is pasta, and her favorite show, of course, is Bluey. When she grows up, she wants to be a ninja. Kason is the son of Chris and Sarah Castillo and brother to Callie. He is active in soccer, Clover Buds, basketball, and T-ball. A few of his favorite things are golfing, fishing, playing with Callie, and swimming. Kason loves cheese pizza and the Power Rangers. He wants to be a professional golfer when he grows up. And now, your homecoming king and queen are Colin Bichard and Rihanna Poseidon. Thank you for attending tonight's homecoming. Go Rails!
Well, that's an excellent looking crowd down there. The youngsters came right to it, didn't they?
They did.
Like we do this all the time. Rihanna Poseidon, the queen, and Colin Bichard, the homecoming king. I'm saying the budget on the King's Crown wasn't huge this year. We'll get a bigger one next year.
It's a big crown.
It's a big crown. It's a big crown.
Big crown. Fits his head. That's all. That's in theory. That's all the crown needs to do. There's
Okay.
more folks, I bet, on the football game right now.
Well, heavens, I was not criticizing it to any depth or length. I was simply saying that. So we're going to do some pictures now. And rightfully so. What a great looking group. Mr. Taylor bringing it home there, bringing the excitement to a crescendo and then letting it flow over the crowd. This is homecoming. We, yesterday, at the rodeo grounds, had a pep rally and a bonfire and fireworks. And we played a game that I think will probably really catch on. You would enjoy it with your friends. Yeah. What you do is you stand however many people you want, let's say 5, in a row facing forward, one behind the other. The first one takes this pan full of flour, and the person behind them has a pan full of flour, but they are blindfolded. And you dump your pan of flour onto them, and back it goes. It was tremendously exciting. I wish you'd have been there. It could possibly become an Olympic game. It's a heck of a deal. Well, the festivities are over, and they're taking the train set off the middle of the field. I think that's a good thing.
Probably.
Because that's where we're gonna be having the ball game and all, so we'll need that area. So, Cade, you look at both of these teams as you did just a few minutes ago and go, wow, each one of them has 3 seniors.
Yeah, I mean, these are 2 incredibly young teams. Sharon-Mutual, 3 seniors, 1 junior. So only 4 upperclassmen in total. This is a Sharon-Mutual team coached by Tony Wickware, 3-1 record for the Trojans, 1-0 in district play so far. Got the win over Buffalo last week, 56-8. It was a nice win for Sharon-Mutual to pick it up. Their only loss of the season. It's never fun to lose 54-24, but you play Mountain View Godebo, who is, for the past decade now nearly, been one of the best teams in 8-man ball down there in southwest Oklahoma. And so Sharon-Mutual, still being a young team, that's respectable. To play a team like that and not get run ruled, to make a play all four quarters is a big deal there.
Heavenly Father, as we come to you tonight, Lord, we just ask that your hand protect the that we would find a game full of sportsmanship, hard hits, but also a game full of love for you. Lord, we just pray and ask that every young man that takes foot on this field would walk away knowing that he'd left everything on the field and gave all the glory to you. Lord, we just pray and ask that we would never take for granted the freedoms we have in this nation. Lord, we pray and ask that you'd watch over the men and women protecting us, watching over us by day and by night. Lord, be with our men and women in the services, be with our law enforcement, be with our first responders. Continue to watch over them and protect them. Lord, we love you. We thank you, and it's in your precious name we pray. Amen. Now singing the national anthem is junior Elijah Fields. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. In the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Whoa. What a job working without a net. Really well done. I did not expect the last note.
I didn't either.
I didn't see that coming. We welcome you to the broadcast and the live stream tonight. We welcome Phil Buckland in the territory, down from his almost Denver, Oklahoma home, actually past Denver, Colorado. Beautiful place in the mountains where it's already snowed.
Of course it has.
Of course it has.
Of course it has.
So Phil will be...
It's only a few days in October, so of course, yeah, it's snowed.
Phil will be with us here in Waynoka tomorrow. We'll do a little sightseeing. He'll be for sure wanting to see the UTC takeover. So they form a line here for
Officiating tonight's game.
And
a
for the
cheer line.
Yeah, the cheer line for Waynoka. I do want to mention on the other side of this, of course, you can see in our camera shot, we've got Waynoka ready to run out. But also, if you look at some of the band members, the Northwestern band, some of the Northwestern bands made their way to Waynoka tonight to help cheer on the rails as well for homecoming.
Really?
Yeah, some of them. I recognize Zane Alexander. That's the band's director. He was down there. He's playing his own instrument as well tonight. He's got one of the big sousaphones you see in the shot there by the 40-yard line.
Right.
And that's always nice to see. Northwestern does a pretty good job about that, going out to help all the area schools.
And in the concession stand tonight, cousin Darren Slater and the Northwest Tech folks doling out the goodies tonight. They'd like a really high rating from you. I'm supposed to pass that along, please. Please do. So it is homecoming. Waynoka, Oklahoma. Flag kind of waving, as you can see on the cheer flag and the state flag of Oklahoma. But I'm going to say wind will not be a factor tonight.
I don't think it'll be much of a factor tonight. It's supposed to pick up a little bit more throughout the weekend, but tonight, thankfully, it's still pretty good.
And temperature, I mean, it's a little warm, but I don't think it's bad.
You mentioned that drop. It's already trying to get down below 85, so that's a good sign.
It is. It is. I don't know if you caught, well, you probably didn't. You were at the OU game Saturday. I listened to a little of the OSU game. They went down on the field with their temperature-taking devices, and the temperature on the field was 150.
All I can do is shake my head about that. But unfortunately, this is a radio broadcast, so that won't really convey pretty well.
It's okay to just shake your head.
Yeah,
just shake your head.
Shake your head. That's about all you can do.
That's all you can do. So the captain's to the center of the field. Now we have 3 seniors, and they're out there. Joining them is number 2, Corbin Ferguson, a junior. I would think that's because if one of the guys that's injured, like Bouchard, has to come out, then 2 would become a captain.
Yeah, he'd take over as one of the captains. So he's kind of your honorary captain, so to speak.
Okay, we can do that.
But we talked about it a little bit, Ben. Sharon-Mutual, the 3-1 young team coming in, trying to get that big 2-0 start in district play. And that is a massive deal because Sharon-Mutual hasn't made the playoffs since 2021. Trying to get back there. You have that young team. You have a lot of that confidence from going out and run-ruling Buffalo last week. And then you have Waynoka. No wins on the season yet, but I think we could both agree just played their best half of football last week against Stanton County.
Yes, yes. And as we've said many times, Waynoka has been so good for so long that the teams that come in really like to beat them.
They do. Waynoka, 5 straight wins over Sharon-Mutual. The last win Sharon-Mutual had was all the way back in 2019. Sharon-Mutual's only scored 1 touchdown, 7 whole points in the last 5 years against Waynoka. So I think if they get the opportunity to get some on the board tonight, they're going to try to take that opportunity.
Oh, I believe that. And here they come. Your Railroaders.
We talked about it a little bit, the Waynoka team playing your best half of football, getting a little bit healthier. And when we look at officiating, we've got a crew out of Enid tonight, don't we, Ben?
Yes, and I'm familiar with 3 of the 5 of them, so I think it's a crew that's been broken up or put together, or however you want to say it. I think it's 2 crews, probably a couple of guys missing from each one of the 2, but yes, out of Enid. Remember now, the last half of the last game here, the score was 2-0. There were 3 goal line stands inside of a yard outside of the end zone by the Railroaders.
Yeah, that's one of those that watching those happen in real time, you could kind of see this team continuing to gel. I mentioned a moment ago, you get a little bit healthier. Colin Bouchard not wearing jeans tonight is an amazing sign. Back in his uniform, expected to start a quarterback tonight. That will help a lot.
Yes, it will. The referee for tonight's game is Matt Filber. Umpire is Jeremy Judd. The linesman is Travis Contreras. Line judge is Joshua Foose. And the back judge is Robert Cosson.
Looks like we are about ready to go. Ball on the tee at the 40-yard line.
Weston Longoria going to give it a boot. He's partially healthy. Can you be that?
I think you can.
All right.
And we are underway with an onside kick that gets picked up by the Trojans in Waynoka territory at the 49-yard line.
Start their first drive at midfield.
So Sharon-Mutual able to recover the onside kick. Will only have 49 yards of field to work with.
Cody Vassar coming up with it for Sharon-Mutual.
And interesting for Sharon-Mutual to mention that as quarterback number 18, Noah Wickware, makes his way into the huddle. One of those guardian caps we see on one of the Sharon-Mutual players that looks like kind of more the right tackle, so to speak. As Wickware takes the snap, hands it back off to his running back. That's number 11, Elliot Weiss, who's blown up in the backfield, back at the 47-yard line. Multiple rails in the area.
What a great jump on that. Wyatt Millage penetrates the offensive line and is in there about as soon as the ball carrier got the pitch.
I mean, that is exactly what you want to do. That is textbook. See the ball, go attack whoever's got the ball. So 2nd and 13 for the Trojans, back at their own 47-yard line as Wickware hands the ball off again to Weiss. Weiss goes up the middle, gets across the 50 to stop back at the original line of scrimmage on this drive. It'll be 3rd and 10 for the Trojans, back at the Waynoka 49. Sharon-Mutual going from right to left across your radio dial. Sharon-Mutual, the blue helmets, white pants, and the American flag road jerseys, I like to call them. They've got the stripes on one shoulder, the stars on the other, and red numbers as well. No score yet, 10:59 to go in the opening period as Wickware, a high snap to Wickware as he decides just to roll right, gets across the 50, decked at the 47-yard line. In on the stop, try to see the number on that one. Looks like it was brought down. Try to see what it is. 42. That would be Chris Solomon on the stop.
And 14. Don't forget little 14 in there. Stetson Nix charging hard.
So 4th and 8 at the Waynoka 47-yard line for Sharon-Mutual. 10:30 to go in the opening quarter. No score yet. As Wickware standing back at his own 44-yard line. Don't know if this will be a punt situation. It will, as that ball is dropped away, rolls out of bounds across 35 to the 30, and it will die at the 28-yard line, where it is officially downed by Weiss.
Looked a lot like my 9-iron approach, just kind of funk, and there. Here we go.
It's the rails.
Good to see the 21 getting the huddle.
It's good to see 21 and 8 together in the backfield. It's been a while since we've seen them together, but now they are back for the rails. 10:14 to go in the opening quarter. Seeing Waynoka for the first time on offense, moving from left to right across your radio dial.
Twins to the near side.
Bouchard with Hammer time is the back to his right. Bouchard takes the snap with a reverse to Davidson. Davidson gets blown up in the backfield at all the way to the 20-yard line. Trojans able to make a big stop there for a loss of 8.
Jackson Irving in there as quickly as you can get in there. I mean, nobody touched him.
And it's a nice little play call to try to start the game. You want to try to get some trickery going early, just to hand it off, and by the time you did that, Sharon-Mutual had already snuffed it out.
And if he would have been able to be maybe 2 steps quicker, then there wasn't anybody else except the guy that got him.
2nd and 18 for the rails, back at their own 20-yard line. Bouchard with the back still to his right, hands it off to Honetime. Honetime cuts back left across the 20, races to the 25, breaks the 10 and 30, 35-40, 45-50, 45-40 to the 35, the 30, and finally brought down at the Sharon-Mutual 26-yard line. A massive gain for the rails, just getting it off to Honetime. And that is what you needed to see from Waynoka. able to gain all that back and a whole lot more. A 57-yard run.
First and 10 at the Trojan 28.
Brings up first and 10 for the Rails. 9:14 to go in the opening quarter. No score yet. For Waynoka now driving. Time will be motion now. Davidson will take over as the back to the right of Richard. A direct snap to Davidson. Rolls right across the 30 to the 25. Slips past the finish to the 20. Lost the ball. Still going. It's to be picked up by the Trojans. It looks like at the 6-yard line. Maybe the 5, and a fumble there by Davidson. And just when Waynoka had a drive going, the fumble turns it over. Sharon-Mutual picks it up.
That's about the only way that could have gone bad. Maybe a couple more ways, but that one was definite.
It was 8:51 to go in the opening quarter. Sharon-Mutual getting the ball back.
This portion of tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Mock Resources with offices in Waynoka and around the world. We welcome you to Homecoming in Waynoka.
As Wickware with the handoff gives it back to Wheat. Gives it back to Weiss. Weiss finds us, gets across 10, 15, 20, and finally wrestled down at the 21-yard line. A first down for Sharon-Mutual.
It was Corbin Ferguson on what might have been a touchdown saving. I mean, he had a lot of green to go, but Corbin was the last guy to get by that he needed to get by, and Corbin got him.
So a nice 15-yard gain for the Trojans, setting up the first down. Still at their own 21-yard line. 8:28 to go in the opening quarter. No score yet here in Waynoka. There's a little misdirection as Wickware hands it off. This time to try to see who that was. It might have been Creed White in there on the carry this time, as he is able to truck his way up to the 25-yard line, where it'll set up a 2nd and 6.
And that's the way you want to see the Railroaders tackle. 5 guys getting off of the ball carrier after the whistle blows. 5 out of 8 isn't bad.
Yeah, ball officially placed at the 24-yard line. It'll make it 2nd and 7. 7:56 to go in the opening quarter. No score yet here on homecoming night in Waynoka. Sharon-Mutual now wanting to spread it out. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Wickware with the back behind him in white. As Wickware takes the direct snap, just goes up the middle, gains about a yard or 2. That's all he's going to get at the 26 before being shut down by the Rails. It'll bring up 3rd down. About 3rd and 6 for Sharon-Mutual.
Third down and 5 to go.
Wickware once again with back behind kind of more that I formation, hands it off to Weiss. Weiss finds a hole, gets across the 30 to 35-40, 45-50, 45-40, down the right side. 35-30, breaks the tackle and will race all the way 20-15, 10-5, touchdown Sharon-Mutual. Elliot Weiss with the big run. 79-yard run for the Trojans to put them on the board first. 6:54 to go in quarter number 1.
Had a shot, did Davidson, but to no avail, and in he goes with 6:53 in the first quarter. The first blood has been drawn.
Sharon-Mutual will go for 2. Wickware with trips to his right, 1 receiver all the way out to the left. Wickware with a shovel pass. Just over to White. White gets his way into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and that'll make it 8-0. Sharon-Mutual on top of Waynoka. 6:53 to go in the opening quarter.
He didn't get much, but he didn't have to get much.
No, he didn't.
This portion of tonight's game is brought to you by Viv's Flowers and Things. Don't put flowers on this funeral yet, but if you have one coming up, Viv's is the place, and Viv is the person to talk to. Viv's Flowers and Things in downtown Waynoka. We'll be back with the kickoff to the Railroaders right after this.
Warm up with a class at Northwest Technology Center this month. Choose one of our evening classes, including computer fundamentals, cooking, health-related courses, business development, and much more. Northwest Technology Center also offers training for your business at your convenience. Contact us today for more information at 580-327-0344 in Alva or 580-227-3708 in Fairview. Northwest Technology Center is preparing students for success in education, careers, and life.
Welcome back to Waynoka, where Sharon-Mutual has an 8-0 lead on the rails here on homecoming night. Waynoka trying to get win number 1 on the season. Sharon-Mutual trying to improve its record to 4-1. And I mean, it's sometimes when a guy breaks a few tackles in 8-man football, he's already beaten a fourth of the team, and that's exactly what Elliot Weiss was able to do.
True.
As the longer kick all the way back to the 30-yard line, going to be picked up by Corbin Ferguson on the rails. Tries to go a little bit backwards, hammered at the 29-yard line was Ferguson. Sharon-Mutual once again just bringing people. Corbin Hutt in on the tackle. So Waynoka's offense will take back over 6:49 to go in the first quarter. Waynoka now facing an 8-0 hole. And I mean, we talk about momentum sometimes. That's how it works. You have a big play, you fumble the ball. Sharon-Mutual answers back with a 94-yard drive. As Bouchard is the quarterback with a back to each side. Now a man goes in motion in Homer time, and we've got flags. Looks like it'll be a false start on Waynoka. So the 5-yard penalty moving back to the 24-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15 for Waynoka. Still 6:49 to go in quarter number 1. But now 1st and 15 Waynoka at its own 24-yard line. Still that same motion as, once again, Homertime moves from right to left. Bouchard with a shovel pass inside to Homertime. Homertime breaks tackles across the 30 down to the 37-yard line, where he's finally wrestled down by Wickware.
Lorenzo Flores on the stop, but not before he got 6.
So a nice gain back to the 35 makes it 2nd and 4 for Waynoka. Just a little shovel pass type of play to Homertime. 6:19 to go in the opening quarter. As Bouchard with Homertime as the back to his right, man in motion coming across, and another flag, and it's another false start on Waynoka. It looked like Millage was trying to go in motion from left to right, and as he did, it turned into a false start. Ball got snapped, and you can't do that.
That's pretty basic stuff, too. However, they've been practicing different backfields because of injuries that have happened or re-hurts that were anticipated. So maybe they settle in here.
Bouchard now under center. Homertime is the back behind him. Bouchard looks back, fakes the pass, rolls right towards the 25, fires it down the field, and it's over the head of Millage. Was looking for him down the field and could not get it to him.
Actually, that was thrown pretty well. Millage got bumped about 5-6 yards before the pass got there, and it just knocked him off his route just enough. I think the pass was in pretty good shape.
3rd and 9 for the Rails at the 30-yard line. Trying to get to the 39. Waynoka's still on its own side of the field. 6 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Sharon-Mutual with an 8-0 lead over Waynoka. Bouchard now with the back still to his right, a receiver to each side. Bouchard takes the snap, hands it off to Davidson. Davidson cuts back left across the 30, hit at the 34, and that's where he'll be wrestled down. It'll bring up 4th down and about 5 for Waynoka. Now for the Rails, where do you want to go? Weston Longoria comes out, and I think that would signify it might be a punt for Waynoka.
I think you're right.
Bouchard now comes off the field as well. I would definitely think it's a punt. Longoria set to punt it away. Wickware's the return man for the Trojans, standing back at his own 40-yard line as the punt for Longoria is I don't know if that was partially tipped or not, but either way, it sidewinds over to the 40, bounces, and is out of bounds at the 43 with 5:20 to go. As Sharon-Mutual will get the ball on their side, or Waynoka's side of the field.
18-yard net on the punt.
So Sharon-Mutual able to take over, and once again, Sharon-Mutual great field position to start on their drive. Second time today, they've already started on the Waynoka side of the field. As Wickware hands it off to White behind him. White submarines his way to the 41-yard line, just tries to dive across, gets 2 yards, and that's it before running into the wall of maroon.
And one more time, Nix and 4 other guys get off of the ball carrier.
2nd and 8 for the Trojans at the Waynoka 41. 4:58 to go in the opening quarter. Sharon-Mutual with the 8-0 lead over the Rails. Wickware once again still in that I formation with the 2 backs behind him. Wickware takes snap, fakes one handoff, now gives it back off to Weiss. Weiss cuts across the 40 to the 35, brought down at the 31-yard line, and a first down for Sharon-Mutual. Gain of 10, and so far that's kind of what Sharon-Mutual's bread and butter has been. Just give it off to either White or Weiss and watch him go.
Wyatt Millage, number 12, and Nix once again, 14, in on the tackle.
4:33 to go in the opening quarter. Sharon-Mutual trying to drive once again. Already at the Waynoka 31, 1st and 10. Wickware now with the back to his left. Pitches it off to Weiss. Gets hit at the 35. Breaks the tackle. Finally brought down to 32. Multiple flags thrown. See what the penalties are, or if it's just one.
Well, the right people are walking backwards.
Yeah, it was a hold against Sharon-Mutual. So that'll move it back a bit, all the way to the 42-yard lines from the spot of the hold there. So that will make it a 1st and 21 for Sharon-Mutual. Once again in the I formation are the Trojans. Wickware hands it off to Weiss. Weiss cuts back towards the 40, and he is brought down by Millage.
Yes, Wyatt Millage on the shoelaces. Nice job.
Sharon-Mutual still the 8-0 lead. 4 minutes to go here in quarter number 1 on homecoming night in Waynoka. And the Trojans wanting to take their time in the big huddle all the way back at the Waynoka center field logo at the 50.
This portion of tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Rick George and Associates. Matt and Rick waiting for you in downtown Waynoka when you need it figured right.
Wickware fakes a handoff, fakes another handoff, now looking for someone to throw. Lobs it back on the wide side, gives it over to White, and it's caught by White at the 23-yard line. Finally brought down at the 20-yard line. It will be a first down. Stetson Nix on the tackle. Just a lob pass on 2nd and 19, and Sharon-Mutual able to get 20 yards back and a first down for the Trojans. 3:36 to go in the opening quarter. And now 1st and 10, Sharon-Mutual entering the red zone.
Ball wasn't necessarily thrown very well, but it being a dying quail gave the guy a little time to run under it.
Wickware still with 2 backs behind him in the I, hands it off to White. As White breaks the tackle, rolls left to the 15-yard line, across it down to the 10, where it'll be a 9 actually. It'll be another first down for Sharon-Mutual. 1st and goal now for the Trojans.
Nix has to be thinking, would you maybe run it one time to the other side? Just one time, run the other side.
He's been in just about every tackle so far today.
Yep.
Sharon-Mutual with an 8-0 lead. Now 1st and goal at the Waynoka 9 with 3:10 to go in the opening quarter. Sharon-Mutual staying in the I as Wickware hands it off to White. White breaks off tackles inside the 5 down to the 4. A gain of 5 for White, and that time it was Millage in on the stop again.
Millage and a couple of his compadres.
Second down and goal from the 4.
As Colin Myers will sub in, and Chris Solomon comes out on the defense for Waynoka. 2nd and goal from the 5. Sharon-Mutual staying in the I as they have all day, as Wickware hands it off to Weiss, and Weiss gets stood up at the 3. As Millage was in there, Myers was in there, Dakota Davidson was in there.
Cooper Truesdale was in there.
Truesdale was in there.
Nicely done.
It'll be 3rd and goal for Sharon-Mutual. 2:20 to go in the opening quarter. Sharon-Mutual with the 8-0 lead over the rails. Trying to add on to it. Waynoka's been in this situation multiple times. We mentioned it the second half against Stanton County with 3 goal line stands that the rails had. The defense is going to be called upon once again.
Hammerstein checks back in. Nick's out for this play.
As Wickware still with the back behind him, takes the snap, tries to shove his way ahead, gets to the 2, to the 1, and he's in. Touchdown, Sharon-Mutual. Wickware just able to power his way through the defense, and Sharon-Mutual's on the board again with 1:54 to go in the quarter. Now a 14-0 lead for Sharon-Mutual. The Trojans will go for 2.
Chris Solomon checking in on that front line now, number 42.
As Wickware once again with White and Weiss behind him in the eye. Wickware takes the snap, gives it off to Weiss, and Weiss hit it back at the 4-yard line. The 2-point try, no good. So 1:52 to go in quarter number 1. Sharon-Mutual with the 14-zip lead over the rails on homecoming night.
And we'll be back on a beautiful night in Waynoka, Oklahoma, right after this.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company, older than Oklahoma, big enough to serve you and small enough to know you.
We love to give back to our customers. Did you know Alva State Bank offers a great rewards checking account program? That's right. You can earn cash back or high interest with our Kasasa accounts. We will even refund you up to $25 in ATM fees.
How do I qualify?
It's simple. Just swipe your debit card 12 times, sign up for online statements, and have one ACH credit or debit post to your account.
Can I do it online?
Yes. Just visit our website at www.alvastatebank.com to see if our Kasasa Rewards program is right for you. We make banking easy. Whether you're at home, the office, or in your car, our online or mobile banking options help you juggle busy schedules and financial needs.
We plant roots where others have branches.
Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Back to the action in Waynoka. It is homecoming, and the Railroaders down. 1:52 in the first quarter. Rails down 14-0. Kick will go from right to left, from west to east, and here with the play-by-play is Cade Kennedy.
It looks like it'll be Jackson Irving setting the ball up on the tee. The one junior on the team is Mr. Irving, one of 4 upperclassmen for the Trojans. The kick from Irving, booted to the 35-yard line, bounces to the 34 and out of bounds. Flag flies, and so Waynoka will benefit from the penalty. See where the kick out of bounds ends up moving this ball to. Will be at the 35-yard line, so effectively just a 1-yard penalty for Sharon-Mutual.
Not even hardly a slap on the wrist.
So the Waynoka offense back out once again. Has had some big plays, but the one turnover earlier is Bouchard with a back to his right in Hammer Time. Bouchard takes snap, hands it off to Hammer Time. Hammer Time breaks the tackle to the 35, brought down at the 37-yard line. Only a gain of 2, and in there on the stop was Reese Durkee of Sharon-Mutual.
Cooper Truesdale got a tremendous block downfield. The ball carrier didn't get there to be able to use it, but it was a great block.
2nd and 8 for the Rails at their own 37-yard line. So 1:23 to go in the opening quarter. Sharon-Mutual with the 14-0 lead over Waynoka. As a man goes in motion, as Bouchard hands it off to Davidson. Davidson gets across, running right to the 40, then a little bit beyond that to the 43, where he's eventually run out of bounds. Well, we got a flag down, and it's going to be a hold against the Rails.
Great block by Lyden Hammerstein.
So that hold will back Waynoka up just a bit more.
Oh, quite a bit more.
Move the ball all the way back to the 27-yard line. It'll now be 2nd and 18 for Waynoka. 1:10 to go in the opening quarter. Sharon-Mutual the 14-0 lead over the rails as Bouchard with essentially two backs beside him. Hammertime to his right and Davidson to his left. Davidson now goes in motion from left to right, turns himself more into a tight end position. Bouchard hands it off to Davidson. Confusion and hit in the backfield at the 25-yard line as everyone kind of bumped into each other, and Sharon-Mutual rushed in and made the stop.
That looked not good.
It did not. So you had Davidson going in motion, Hammertime and Davidson trying to nearly run into each other. Bouchard's trying to hand it off to someone and got it to Davidson, and that play gets all blown up, and it's 3rd and 20 now for Waynoka, backed up at its own 25-yard line. 35 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Sharon-Mutual the 14-0 lead. Bouchard with the receiver to his left, back to his right. Bouchard drops back, looks for somewhere to go. Still spinning around and gets sacked back at the 22-yard line. Bouchard just had nowhere to go by the time he started to roll around. The Trojans were already behind him and around him and in front of him. So it makes it 4th and 23 for Waynoka, as this first quarter looks like is about to come to an end.
I think I've said this a few times on other games, but when we pass, we got a timeout here. When we pass, we got to do it really quick.
Yes.
Because the defenders are getting there really quick. Timeout on the field. Oh, no, it's a quarter.
Yeah, so
end of the first quarter.
End of the first quarter.
And it's 14-0. Sharon-Mutual up at homecoming here in Waynoka. We'll be right back.
At the end of one, your score.
Core Bank in Waynoka was so named because of their customers. The name speaks to strength, substance, strong character, plus sound banking principles, heart, and soul. Offering strong, convenient banking in their community has been the aim, the goal of Core Bank of Waynoka, with a foundation dating to the early 1900s and shepherded for the last 50 years. Headed by President Mick George and now Weston Hill, Vice President and Loan Officer. Core Bank, member FDIC, serving the community from downtown Waynoka. Call or come by. Proudly supporting all things Northwest Oklahoma. Go Rails!
Holder Drug, your local pharmacy. Stop in and check out some of the new available items at Holder's, starting with our hanging scrolls and banners. Expecting a child soon? Holder Drug is the perfect place for your baby registry. Find more information by stopping by the store or visit us online at holderdrug.com. As always, free delivery with your medications and prescriptions, along with specials at the fountain. That's Holder Drug, located on the downtown square, right here in Alva.
Back in action here in Waynoka. The Rails are about ready to punt it away with a high snap to Weston Longoria. Longoria has to pick it up, and then he gets hit back at the about 11-yard line. Longoria just had to leap up for the snap, bobbled it around, and by the time he could pull it up, he had Trojans in his face, gets hit, and Sharon-Mutual able to take advantage on the special teams miscue.
And the Trojans will start this drive with excellent field position inside the Waynoka 15.
So it'll be 1st and goal for, or not 1st and goal, it'll be 1st and 10 for Sharon-Mutual at the 13-yard line of Waynoka. 12, check that, where the Trojans take over. Wickware once again with that eye behind him, hands it off to Weiss. Weiss breaks tackles across the 10, hitting somewhere about the 6-yard line, tried to get to the 5, couldn't get there.
Roland George and some of his friends finally wrapped him up, but he got, what, 7?
He did. 7 yards on that one, makes it 2nd and 3 from the 5-yard line. Sharon-Mutual already on top, 14-0, trying to extend that lead. 11:28 to go in the first half as Wickware takes the snap, looks for someone to go, gives it up to White. White surging across the 3 to the 2, maybe to the 1. Looks like about the 2-yard lines where he'll be spotted. Either, or are they going to say actually the 3, or maybe about the 3 it looks like. So it'll be 3rd down instead for Sharon-Mutual.
One railroader was still standing after the tackle was made. 7 guys in on the tackle.
So 3rd and 1 from the 3-yard line. Sharon-Mutual trying to punch it in again. 10:50 to go.
Straight ahead.
Up goes to Wickware as Wickware surges ahead, gets in, touchdown Sharon-Mutual. And that makes it 20-0 Sharon-Mutual on top of Waynoka. 10:47 to go in the second quarter. And I mean, that's just another QB sneak for Wickware.
True, true. And we'll probably see it again.
I would not be surprised. 2-point try for Sharon-Mutual. 10:47 to go in the second quarter. Sharon-Mutual trying to get 22 on the board, already at 20. As Wickware with the eye has a receiver to his left. Wickware hands it off to White, who pitches it back to Weiss. Weiss still trying to surge his way at about the 4-3, and he's not going to get their play blown dead. And another 2-point stop for Waynoka, but Sharon-Mutual with a 20-0 lead. 10:47 to go in the first half.
This portion of tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Long Gas Company in Alva, Oklahoma. It's getting to be that time. You need to get the propane delivered before the cold snap gets here. Well, you may have another week. So, Long Gas Company in Alva, Oklahoma, bringing you this portion of tonight's contest. We'll take another message here and be back. Rachel's Cafe in downtown Waynoka is like its owner. Beautiful. From the front door, clear through. You'll love the look, the feel, and you'll love the taste at Rachel's Cafe. With a full menu and a daily special, Rachel's is burgers, calf fries, and much, much more. Open Tuesday through Thursday from 11 to 4 and Friday and Saturday from 11 to 7 p.m. Say hi to Rachel and her great staff in downtown Waynoka.
Clean Harbors, hazardous waste disposal and recycling services provide the widest range of recycling, treatment, and disposal options for all your hazardous waste streams. Unmatched in North America, our infrastructure of hazardous waste management facilities services all of the U.S. and Canada, northern Mexico, and Puerto Rico. We handle both drum and bulk hazardous waste in liquid, solid, semi-solid, sludge, and gas forms. One call handles all your hazardous waste disposal needs. Located in Waynoka, where we proudly support our railroaders.
Back in Waynoka as Durkee kicks it off, picked up by the rails and racing to the 45-yard line. A good field position for Waynoka to start this drive. Waynoka at its own 45, going from right to left. 10:44 to go in quarter number 2. Rails trying to get on the board, down 20-0. Bouchard with a back to his left, everybody else tied in. Bouchard takes a snap, hands it off to Davidson. Davidson head full spin, gets across the 45 to the 50, brought down at the 47-yard line of Sharon-Mutual. Will set up about 2nd and 2 for the Rails.
Elliot Weiss in on the tackle with other members.
Weiss, who we talked about so much on offense already. Getting to see a little bit of the run game go his way.
Yep.
10:15 to go in the first half. Bouchard with a back to his right, receiver right end as well, hanging off the offensive line as Bouchard takes the snap, hands it back off to Davidson. Davidson breaks a tackle up the middle, across the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Waynoka! And the Rails answer back on the 47-yard touchdown run. Davidson just takes it. We talked about that speed a little bit. Just send the run game their way, and that's what Waynoka is able to do.
I called him the Gazelle last night at the bonfire. He looks like he's not running really fast, but the people that are chasing him look like they're running really fast. His legs just kind of glide.
As the Rails will go for 2, now down 20-6, trying to cut back at that deficit just a little bit more and bring it down to 12. Roland George in as the back to the right of Bouchard. Also has Davidson in motion from left to right. As Bouchard takes the snap, keeps it up the middle. Bouchard down to the 1, and that's where he'll be stopped. So the 2-point try, no good. But Waynoka able to get on the board with 9:56 to go in the first half. Sharon-Mutual on top of the Rails, 20-6.
We're in Waynoka. It's homecoming, and we'll be right back after this timeout.
When your business is agriculture,
You want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
We are very fortunate to live, to work, and to be able to play in this part of the world. We're also thankful for all of our blessings, our friends, and our neighbors in and around the Waynoka area. One of our big blessings is having our own animal doctor. That's Dr. Michaela Zook. Dr. Michaela Zook is now located in downtown Waynoka and can be reached at any time by telephone, 580-554-0226. Dr. Michaela Zook. One more blessing at our hometown veterinarian.
Back in Waynoka, where the Rails are on the board, 9:56 to go in the first half here in homecoming. As the Rails trail 20-6. Waynoka making sure they've got all 8 guys on. Stetson Nix subbing in there. Would not be surprised to see Waynoka go for an onside kick attempt. Sharon-Mutual has players just about everywhere they need them, all the way back to the 20, and then, of course, the line at the 50.
And the guy at the 20 is the one you really don't want to have the ball.
No, you do not want to get it all the way back to Elliott Weiss. It's an onside from Longoria, spins around, picked up by Sharon-Mutual at the 48-yard line. And so the Trojans, for the third time tonight, will start on the plus side in Waynoka territory.
Cody Vassar, one of the seniors, on the ball for Sharon-Mutual.
Trojans at about between the 48 and 47. First down for Sharon-Mutual. Will have to get to the 37-yard line of Waynoka. Is Wickware with White and Weiss as the backs behind him in that I formation. Wickware takes a step, hands it off to Weiss. Weiss hit back at the line of scrimmage, trying to move forward, gets maybe half a yard, but that's about it. That is some of the best tackling we've seen from Waynoka, just being able to get that pressure at the point of attack.
Man, there were a couple good hits there. George had a good hit.
9:35 to go in quarter number 2. 2nd and 9 coming up for Sharon-Mutual at the Waynoka 47. Sharon-Mutual a 20-6 lead over the Rails.
Chris Solomon, 42, had a good hit there. He's a sophomore, and I've called his name 3 times so far. Looking pretty good.
Wickware with the back to his right, hands it off to Weiss. Weiss cuts back left, gets to the 45, drags a defender to the 43-yard line, where he's finally brought down. It'll be 3rd down and about 5 for Sharon-Mutual.
3rd down and 5.
As the Trojans get back in their group huddle, the Waynoka center field logo. 8:50 to go in quarter number 2. 3rd and 5 for the Trojans. It's Wickware once again with White as the fullback and Weiss as the running back behind him in that I. As Wickware keeps left, faked right, instead strolls over across the 40 to the 35, breaks the tackle down to the 32-yard line, where it'll set up a 1st down for Sharon-Mutual. A nice play there for the Trojans as Wickware faked over to Weiss once again and then bolted off to the left.
13 yards and a 1st down.
Ball spotted at the 31-yard line for the Trojans. 8:15 to go in the first half. Sharon-Mutual trying to threaten yet again. As Wickware hands it off to White. As White barrels across the 25 to the 20. It'll be another 1st down for Sharon-Mutual.
That'll be good for another Sharon-Mutual 1st down.
Colin Myers checks back in, the big senior, number 55.
Sharon-Mutual in the red zone, threatening once again, already on top, 20-6 over the Rails. 7:55 to go in quarter number 2. Sharon-Mutual staying in that I, same players as Wickware hands it off to Weiss. Weiss barrels his way ahead to the 15-yard line. That's where he's brought down for the gain of 5.
There's some really good hitting going on in there. It's just, he is a big-bodied guy,
Oh, it's the same thing we said last week about Stanton County, where they're getting good licks, and it's hard to do it against a guy who can take that kind of a beating.
True.
Ball at the 15.
2nd and 5 for Sharon-Mutual at the Railroader 15-yard line. 7:20 to go in quarter number 2. As Wickware in an option pitch rolls right, gives it off to Weiss. Weiss breaking tackles once again. Flag down, barrels his way to about the 11. We'll see what the flag is. Looks like it's going to be a hold on Sharon-Mutual, at least according to the line judge.
Bouchard checking in defensively.
And it is a hold on the Trojans. Move it back a bit, all the way to the 24-yard line.
I think I see what we're doing here. We took a couple of bigs out and put a couple of smaller, faster guys in.
Yeah, try to get that speed to balance the size.
Well, and thinking that maybe they're going to throw.
That as well. So 2nd and 14 for Sharon-Mutual at the Waynoka 24-yard line. 7:12 to go in the first half as Wickware still in that eye, passes it off to Weiss. Weiss rolls right across the 20, still spinning as Weiss out at the 18.
George stayed with him just shoulder to shoulder and finally got him out of bounds.
So the refs will move it back to the 20 and say he went out there, the spin was after.
Right.
So 3rd and 10 for Sharon-Mutual back at that 20-yard line, the original line of scrimmage before that hold. Before all this began. It's the combined efforts of the Waynoka and Northwestern band making some noise. Wickware with a bunch to his right, fakes snap, now throws it back left. That is tipped and incomplete. Had a great opportunity. It looked like that Dakota Davidson had a pick in his hands. It looked like a receiver tried to get it back over his head and ended up falling to the ground. So 4th and 10 for Sharon-Mutual.
That looked good and bad again.
6:59 to play in half number 1. Sharon-Mutual 4th and 10 at the Waynoka 20-yard line. As Wickware has White as the back to his right, his 2 receivers, now motions White out. Wickware takes the snap, fakes right, fires it across the middle, and it is tipped, intercepted. And the ref's going to say, blow the play dead and throws a flag.
Why would you blow the play
We're going to
dead?
see what they call it here.
Maybe,
I don't know why they...
Maybe a targeted hit.
I don't know.
But you don't stop the play.
You don't stop the play for a target. I don't understand there unless they're going to say they call pass interference
against
Waynoka. On Waynoka.
Yep.
I don't understand why you'd blow a play dead for. I mean, I do wear glasses, but he did intercept that, right, Ben?
He did. And
then why would you blow the play dead?
I don't know, but you have very nice glasses.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. 6:48 in the half. Rails down 20-6, and chicanery comes in to play.
Well, we did ask the refs if there were any new anythings, and they didn't tell us that you could blow the play dead on an interception when you want to call pass interference.
If we want to.
That's new, and now the refs are talking about it a little bit. They're trying to figure it out and see and get everything set. I mean, it'll be a 1st and 10, 1st and goal at the 10 for Sharon-Mutual. So they want to make sure that the chain gang's all set up, and now we are about ready to go. 6:48 to play in the first half. As Wickware once again with the eye behind him. Wickware takes the snap, hands it off to White. White hit at the 9, and that's all he's going to get, just the gain of 1. Nice game tackling.
There were 2 Railroaders standing up after the play. The rest of them were on top of the ball carrier, and that's kind of what it takes, really.
6:30 to go in quarter number 2. Sharon-Mutual continuing to use up all that time, as you'd expect. That's kind of when you've got 2 bruiser backs, you want to give them as much rest as you can in between those plays.
Certainly.
Now we've got one of the officials checking with the clock, maybe pointing somewhere back there seeing if the clock will run. And now we've got a timeout going to be taken by Sharon-Mutual.
Timeout Trojans. That's the first of the half.
6:07 to go in the first half. Sharon-Mutual the 20-6 lead, and a timeout taken.
And we'll take one, too. We'll be back in Waynoka at homecoming right after this.
What do you look for in a good ag lender? Local decision making? Quick responses on questions? Personalized business packages with a focus on your financial goals? Guidance with the latest technology? On-site visits with respect for your time and your schedule? Well, if that sounds good to you, you should give us a call. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the leader in ag lending.
Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, an equal housing lender, online at farmcreditloans.com.
America's Oasis, a whole new world of off-road delight. America's Oasis, joining the north edge of the Little Sahara State Park just south of Waynoka, is open for business, and they invite you and your family to come stay and play. To explore all the possibilities, go to their website, americasoasis.com, and see the many ways you can come to Northwest Oklahoma and play in the sand. America's Oasis, an amazing concept. You have to experience it to believe it. Come visit America's Oasis, just south of Waynoka, the little city by the sand.
Back in Waynoka as Wickware hands it off to White, who barrels his way across the 5 all the way down to about the 2-yard line. Maybe the 3 is where they're going to spot this thing. And either way, it's 3rd and goal for the Trojans yet again at the 3.
You know, as you think about, they have tried 2, maybe 3 pass plays and had difficulty. Don't pass again.
They're not going to.
They're not going to. They're going to run right straight up the middle.
As once again, that eye we've seen, Wickware hands it off to White. White gets stuffed at the 3-yard line, not going to get anywhere. 4th and goal for Sharon-Mutual.
Wouldn't that, well, let me knock on some wood here.
It's a good thing to do.
I did.
5:08 to play in quarter number 2. 4th and goal for Sharon-Mutual at the Waynoka 3, and a 20-6 lead for the Trojans.
First, 4th down of the night for either team.
Trojans obviously going for it here, lining up in that same formation they have all day. Wickware is quarterback, White is the fullback, Reese is the running back. Wickware keeps it, Wickware pitches it out to White. It's stuffed at the 3-yard line and stopped. It's a turnover on downs for Waynoka. The Rails come up with another big stop on 4th down.
And just about everybody there. I mean, George got there quick, no doubt about it. But there were his buddies really, really on his tail.
I mean, gave it to White, he rolls right, and the moment he did, there was nowhere to go.
Now we've got this little...
We got this situation
You
again.
got this situation.
You get the stop,
yep.
But now you got to get out of the shadow of the end zone.
We'll do that right here.
1st and 10, Waynoka at its own 3-yard line. As it's a direct snap to Davidson. Davidson breaks the tackle across
Get through there, son.
5 to the 10, down to the 15, 16-yard line. It's a gain of 13, just direct snap. Give it to the fastest guy on the team, Dakota Davidson.
First down, Railroader.
And the Gazelle gets a 1st down.
I mean, he's been running so well so far. Why not keep going?
Why not? You just make it a little quicker. Instead of involving the quarterback, you just snap the ball to him directly.
Exactly. As Bouchard will be back as the quarterback here. Has a back to his left, receiver right. Man now comes in motion in Davidson as Bouchard hands it up to Hartside. Hartside to the 20, rumbling down to the 22-yard lines where they're going to call it. A nice pickup of 6 for the Rails. Waynoka won to counter back with their own rushing attack. Under 4 minutes to go in the first half.
Jackson Irving, a junior, number 55 on the tackle.
Waynoka trailing 20-6, but trying to get something moving. Bouchard with a back to his right in Homerton. 2 receivers left. Bouchard now calls for Davidson to go in motion. It's a handoff from Bouchard to Davidson. Davidson rolls right, breaks the tackle, spins to the 25. Finally brought down. It'll be 3rd down for the Rails.
Gain of a couple off the right side. That'll bring up a third down.
Looks like it'll be about 3rd and 1. Refs are one of the chain gangs wanted to give him a first down. We'd take that, but the ref says, hey, it's only 3rd and 1.
Yeah, we'll see.
Bouchard now moves under center with the back behind him. Receiver out to his right. Receiver Davidson now moves in motion. Bouchard takes the snap, hands it up, blade blown dead. Bouchard got hit in there. And a timeout going to be taken by Waynoka with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter.
I think that that Coach Slater was seeing something that was not going to go very well and stopped the play. Unfortunately, the guy that had Bouchard zeroed in didn't hear the play
He
stop.
didn't hear the whistle until after Bouchard was already on the grass.
I mean, whoa.
Maybe that's what Coach Slater was saying, was Bouchard's going to get hammered immediately. Let's call a timeout. Then he got hit anyway.
Got hit anyway. So next week, we, instead of taking a Bahamas cruise, we're going to go to Tyrone.
They say it's a Thursday night game as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's 2 straight Thursday games for Waynoka.
I'm really glad we had this conversation.
Yes, it's at Tyrone on the 9th.
Huh.
So going out into the Panhandle, and then October 16th is the fall break game. Timberlake will be coming here.
It doesn't get any easier.
No, it doesn't. It does not. But your schedule kind of lines up in that Sharon-Mutual, Tyrone, Timberlake. You get 3 of the tougher teams in your district first.
You certainly
and then
do.
You go to Forgan to play Balco, Forgan, and then Crimlin, Hillsdale, and Buffalo is the schedule. As Bouchard watches man in motion, Bouchard direct snap, rolls to his left, breaks across the first down to the 30-yard line, and Colin Bouchard, just a QB power left, able to pick it up 5.
First down.
They'll give him 4.5. The Rails able to move for yet another first down.
2:48 in the half.
Sharon-Mutual with the 20-6 lead. Waynoka trying to build off that big 4th down stop.
Clock running.
Shaw by himself has 2 receivers to his left. It's a snap over to Davidson. Davidson spins right, gets hit at the 29-yard line. No gain. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Rails. As Vassar flies in to make the stop. .209 to go in the first half. Bouchard with Hammertime as the back to his right, has a receiver right as well. Hammertime now motions left. 2nd and 10 for the Rails at their own 29-yard line. Bouchard takes a snap, runs up the middle, and gets hit immediately as he started to run up. In on the stop is Trevor James for Sharon-Mutual, and it's a loss of 2. It'll be 3rd and 12 now for Waynoka.
They absolutely knew what that play was going to be. The guy came from over here on the corner, clear across to plug the hole on the other side before our running back got to it.
And I mean, the moment Bouchard took the snap, he was under pressure.
Yes.
And the moment he took a step forward, he got hit. We're going to have another timeout taken by Waynoka.
Let's take a timeout now with 1:29 remaining in the half. The score is 20-6. Rails down at homecoming in Waynoka.
Warm up with a class at Northwest Technology Center this month. Choose one of our evening classes, including computer fundamentals, cooking, health-related courses, business development, and much more. Northwest Technology Center also offers training for your business at your convenience. Contact us today for more information at 580-327-0344 in Alva or 580-227-3708 in Fairview. Northwest Technology Center is preparing students for success in education, careers, and life.
Rachel's Cafe in downtown Waynoka is like its owner. Beautiful. From the front door, clear through. You'll love the look, the feel, and you'll love the taste at Rachel's Cafe. With a full menu and a daily special, Rachel's is burgers, calf fries, and much, much more. Open Tuesday through Thursday from 11 to 4 and Friday and Saturday from 11 to 7 p.m. Say hi to Rachel and her great staff in downtown Waynoka.
As Bouchard takes the snap, runs left, gets it back across the 30, and that's about all he's going to get to the 31-yard line. Brought down a gain of 4, and it'll make it 4th and 9 for Waynoka.
This is kind of an interesting thing because if you go for it and don't get it, they're going to have the better part of a minute, and it hasn't taken them very long to score.
No, it has not. But Sharon-Mutual not wanting to take a timeout right now. We're a minute to go until halftime. Waynoka's got 12 seconds left on the play clock to mess with. Game clock at 52, so, I mean, they would have to snap this thing at about 43.
Well,
as Waynoka now runs up Bouchard under center, looking for somewhere to go, trying to get Sharon-Mutual to jump. They don't, and it's going to be a timeout taken by Waynoka with 42 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, that took a lot of doing.
Yeah, they did. Try to see if Sharon-Mutual would jump. I don't know if the thinking is just if they jump, go for it, and they didn't, so we'll back off and punt, or if Coach Slater wants to be really aggressive and say, you know what, 4th and 8, we're going for it anyway.
I would think you would kick it.
I would think you punt it away as well. Your defense did a great job. You're able to move it out. You get some better field position for, the 42 seconds you're going to have to defend here. See if Sharon-Mutual actually has to throw the ball for the first time really all game.
Although there's another side to that argument.
There is.
Our kicking game is not really punishing people.
Yes, Longoria had the bobbled snap, or the high snap, I should say. It caused him to get hit there, had the nearly blocked punt. Sharon-Mutual's been getting pressure on special teams. Looks like we will get our answer as Bouchard rolls out with 2 receivers to his left.
Well, now, here we go.
Then to his right, Bouchard takes snap, drops back, looks for somewhere to go. Still racing across the 30, takes off to the 35, gets spun at the 39-yard line.
He may have got it.
Does he have enough? Where's the ref going to mark him? Are they going to say the 39 or the 40? And a flag gets dropped. Ref spots him at the 40. It'd be a first down, Waynoka.
He did scamper down.
Yeah, and we got a face mask, it looks like, is going to be the call from that lines judge. It's a face mask on Sharon-Mutual, and you can tack that on. First down for Waynoka. Moving now into Sharon-Mutual territory. 34 seconds to go in the first half, and now Waynoka with the gutsy decision for Coach Slater to go for it anyway. And now Waynoka's got a little bit of room crossing into the Sharon-Mutual territory at the Trojan 45. 34 seconds to go in the first half. Bouchard with Hammer time is the back to his right. Bouchard takes the snap, rolls right, looking for somewhere to go. Bouchard spins around, gets hammered, lost the ball, and it's picked up by the rails. Trying to see who recovered it. Clock is still running. Waynoka does not have a timeout, and no one in a hurry. 20 seconds now in the first half. Waynoka was able to get the ball back at the 49. It's a 4-yard loss. And Waynoka's just getting in a huddle. 10 seconds to go in the first half. They really don't have a whole lot else to go. Bouchard looking for somewhere to go. 7 seconds. Bouchard finally spikes it at midfield. 4 seconds to go in the first half.
That got a little rabbly.
Is
rabbly a word?
I think so.
All right. It's pretty
Even
rabbly.
If it wasn't, we'll give it to you.
Good.
So Waynoka, it will be 3rd and 14 at the Sharon-Mutual 49-yard line. 20-6, Sharon-Mutual on top of Waynoka. 4 seconds to go until halftime. This has got to be your best heave, basically. Either, sometimes it's a Hail Mary, sometimes it's the lateral palooza.
We don't have time for a hail, let alone a Mary. It's got to go pretty quick.
Bouchard with trips to his right, takes the snap,
faces
pressure. Bouchard gets hammered back at the 45-yard line. Sharon-Mutual, 3 different Trojans in to get the sack, and that will end the first half. Sharon-Mutual will take a 20-6 lead into the locker room. So we'll take a quick break and be right back with Waynoka football here on KALV.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company, older than Oklahoma, big enough to serve you and small enough to know you.
We love to give back to our customers. Did you know Alva State Bank offers a great rewards checking account program? That's right. You can earn cash back or high interest with our Kasasa accounts. We will even refund you up to $25 in ATM fees.
How do I qualify?
It's simple. Just swipe your debit card 12 times, sign up for online statements, and have 1 ACH credit or debit post to your account.
Can I do it online?
Yes. Just visit our website at www.alvastatebank.com to see if our Kasasa Rewards program is right for you. We make banking easy. Whether you're at home, the office, or in your car, our online or mobile banking options help you juggle busy schedules and financial needs.
We plant roots where others have branches.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Come for the day, or we can stay. You'll have a great time in Waynoka.
Get your kids ready. Spooktacular 2025 is coming to downtown Waynoka Saturday, October 25th, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Things start off with breakfast at 8 a.m. and then includes a lot of events throughout the day, including but not limited to the Fry and Trio feed, the Candy Ride, Scavenger Hunt, Haunted Hay Rack Trail Ride, and the Barrel Train. Check it out. It's Spooktacular 2025 Saturday, October 25th, 2 to 10 p.m. downtown Waynoka.
Visit Waynoka, the little city by the sand.
Core Bank in Waynoka was so named because of their customers. The name speaks to strength, substance, strong character, plus sound banking principles, heart, and soul. Offering strong, convenient banking in their community has been the aim, the goal of Core Bank of Waynoka, with a foundation dating to the early 1900s and shepherded for the last 50 years, headed by President Mick George and now Weston Hill, Vice President and Loan Officer. Core Bank, member FDIC, serving the community from downtown Waynoka. Call or come by, proudly supporting all things Northwest Oklahoma. Go Rails!
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
Holder Drug, your local pharmacy. Stop in and check out some of the new available items at Holder's, starting with our hanging scrolls and banners. Expecting a child soon? Holder Drug is the perfect place for your baby registry. Find more information by stopping by the store or visit us online at holderdrug.com. As always, free delivery with your medications and prescriptions, along with specials at the fountain. That's Holder Drug, located on the downtown square, right here in Alva.
It's halftime in Waynoka at homecoming. The score 20-6 with Sharon-Mutual holding the lead over the Railroaders. And joining me in the press box is Ronnie Nix. Thank you, Mr. Nix, for joining me tonight.
Absolutely. I'm excited. Homecoming, right?
Homecoming, right. And a beautiful night.
Oh, it's gorgeous out here. And boys are playing hard, and we'll see if we can score some more points here and get ahead of them.
You know, a little bit like last week in that we've spotted the other team a few points. Now, if we have a second half like we had last week, we're in good shape.
Yeah, I think so. I think they found a few things offensively, and we just got to open it up, and hopefully we can just sneak by them a couple times and pull out this thing at the end.
Man, there's some hard hitting out there, and they've got a couple of good-sized lads that it takes a few to get them down.
Yeah, number one, shooting the gap on defense. I think if we can learn to pick him up, and then, we've hit him a couple times with the big stop down here a while ago to maybe keep us in it a little more. I was really proud of him for that big O-line stance.
For sure. Well, Mr. Dix, you're one of the pillars of the community, of the education community. These kids and you guys, the instructors, stay incredibly busy.
Yeah, it's been busy. I was gone for the first 3 days of this week to the Tulsa State Fair, which has been really good to Waynoka. And so just got back and then jumped right back into things. And next week's really busy. Parent-teacher conference next week, junior high football game. I think the softball has a couple all-stars playing in that game. And then Thursday night, we got to drive all the way to Tyrone. So,
yeah, I was just telling Kay that it's a good thing we had this talk tonight because I was going to Tyrone on Friday.
No, they moved that about a month ago. It's, I guess, a shortage of officials or something. But, yeah, it's going to be on a Thursday evening.
Well, You spoke just briefly of the Tulsa State Fair. That's a big one. Did we do any good?
Yeah, we've actually done really good. The dairy judging team went up last weekend, and they ended up in top 10. They were 6. The FFA, the bunch of girls just got done yesterday, and they ended up in the top as number 6 as well. I know Oakley showed a steer that was 2nd. My son Stetson, he had a 2nd and 8th and made the night of the champions sale. So he was pretty stoked about that. I know Cannon White showed a couple sheep, and one of them got to place pretty well. And then Paisley and Kaiser both showed a pair that did really well as well. So Tulsa was good. It's been good. And I know the heifers are up there right now. Expecting big things from that. They show both Saturday and Sunday.
So let's see. Poseidon has a heifer, am I right?
Yes. Rietta, who just won homecoming tonight, her and her brother have a heifer. The Siemens, Remington, he has a heifer. And I hope I'm not leaving anybody out. I know the Litzenberger boys have a couple up there too. I think that's all who made the trip this time. I hope I'm not missing anybody, but that's what I know. My Agnix, my brother, he's the one that entered them, so I just kind of know who's there or not. But yeah.
If they need you, they call you, and you're there.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, it was a really good market week for us. Lots of ribbons, and like I said, my son, he ended up like the 11th cross in the night of the premium auction type deal. It's not really a sale anymore, but they just give out some money, some monetary donations and stuff. So yeah, he was pretty stoked. Dad was pretty proud.
Good deal. Good deal. This time of the year, now most times of the year are pretty busy in the school system, whether you're a student or a teacher. But this time of the year, it's nuts from now till what, the first of the year?
Yeah, and then you get into basketball, and then you got 4 or 5 different teams going this direction or that, and then you get into the spring, and you got track, softball, baseball. So it stays busy all the time. Our teachers are working really hard. I'm proud of them. Kids have been working really hard. I know Coach Allen down there is taking the lead and the helm on the deal and is doing an awesome job. Miss Burrows, she's always got that elementary just going like crazy, and so yeah, everybody's it's busy, but I think they're being really effective and working hard with the kids, and the kids are learning. So that's what we can ask for.
And everybody has the same complaints, I think, and that is we're too busy, we're too busy, we're too busy, and then they graduate, and it's like, my God, it was so much fun, and now.
Yeah, me and Keisha just talked, we got one more trip to Tulsa, and we've kind of been thinking about that, of just slowing time down and enjoying those moments. And, it's that way. And I don't know in a couple of years what we're going to do, because we'll run out of them and chase a grandkid, I guess. So.
Well, grandkids aren't all bad. I'm telling you.
No, that's been a blessing. I'm telling you, that little feller down there is an awesome deal. You always hear that if you could have those first, you would. But that's a pretty good title.
I see that you've got a group down here, a group cheering. Is that part family?
Oh yeah, Mom and Dad. They try to come to everything. Sisters down there, and then
Mom and Dad are conveniently located where?
In Carnegie, and so they drive 2 hours about every weekend to go somewhere if they can. And one of my former ag students actually showed up tonight from Stillwater. He goes to school over there, and he come over and said, I'm going to watch Stetson play. So, yeah, he's got a pretty good little crowd down there tonight.
That's great. That's great. And Cade was telling me that some of the Northwestern band has come up to help the Railroader band. It takes a village.
Oh, absolutely. We actually went Saturday to the Northwestern game, and, man, that band I think we counted there's 21 or 22 of them, but they are big for 22, and they are loud, and they kept playing all night long. It was quite impressive. That's only the second game I've ever been to, and me and Dad and Stetson went, and my mom, and it was enjoyable.
Oh, yeah.
It was a good time. That young Bernard boy came in there from Fairview late, and I don't know how they're going to keep him off the field. You talking about impressive. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, ran 1 and threw 1. Wow.
And he was what? 3-year All-Star in high school? I don't remember.
Yeah, I know they won. 2 for sure. I think 3. Last year he got hurt and blew out his knee, and that
that's right.
slowed him down a little bit. But I still think they make it to the semifinals, and I think they're rolling again this year. Coach Bernard down there has got them going again. But man, he was impressive. He dropped back one time and then he took off, and for a hurt knee, that cat can go. He can run.
So is that what they're doing? Is slowly bringing him in because of that knee?
That's what I'm guessing. They played that other kid, and he had a pick 6 and a couple fumbles, and I think they got tired of watching that and brought the young kid off the bench, and he kind of gave them a spark. I don't know their names, but 13, when he went down, it kind of hurt him offensively. He was kind of a big part of it there for a little while. But it was fun watching them. Eastern from Ada, we saw them at eating lunch at Texas Roadhouse in Enid, and Dad's like, "You think they're going to Northwestern?" So I just asked him. He said, "Well, let's go up there and watch." So we drove up and watched them.
Oh, you hadn't planned to?
No, we hadn't planned to, and we seen them at Texas Roadhouse in Enid. I mean, that whole 2 buses come in there full of them, and so yeah, we just decided to run up there real quick and watch the ball game. It was fun. It was a good time.
Was it attended well?
Yeah, there seemed to be. I think it was like family weekend or something like that, and so yeah, there were several. I love the crowd tonight here. There's a bunch of them out here for homecoming. It's big. Hopefully they get a little louder and get behind these guys, and we can pull this out.
Wouldn't that be a deal? Now, Cade, you've not met Cade since you remember the old Cade Kennedy. This is assistant SID. Northwestern Oklahoma State University, Cade Kennedy. That's what we got here now.
Yeah. I know he went to Arkansas when they went a couple weeks ago, and I'm sure he was on the broadcast the other night. He's special, man. He's good. That's a big promotion, man. I'm proud of you.
Well, thank you.
I listened to him last year at baseball and a few of these in basketball, and I was impressed.
Well, I appreciate it. I will be in my chair stats person again tomorrow for Northwestern. All I can say about Jax Bernard is he's listed as second on the depth chart, but we'll give a little wink to that and see if he can get some playing time later on in the game. Northwestern playing Southern Arkansas, 2 o'clock tomorrow. I have to do the promotion for them. I worked there.
Right. I'm telling you, we just went up there on a whim, and it was a great time. It was a great evening. It was a lot of fun, and man, when he come in, that's when they announced his name. I saw his dad there. I know him from past a little. Don't know him, but he coached at Carnegie at one time before he came to Fairview. Is kind of how I know him. And then, when he came in, you're talking about a spark. Yes. That cat was a spark plug, and I don't know how they'll keep him off the field, honestly.
Yeah, I'd say a lot of people are excited to see if Jax Bernard starts tomorrow. I mean, Northwestern playing Southern Arkansas. Southern Arkansas is a big team. They beat Henderson State last week, who was a top 25 team in D2. It'd be a big challenge for Northwestern, but win number 1 on the season's got to come at some point, right?
Hey, look who just walked in here.
Look at this.
The homecoming queen herself, Miss Rietta Bozeiden. How about it?
This is quite a little deal. We got Mr. Nix. We've got the homecoming queen. Miss Bozeiden, how are you?
Great. How you been, Benny?
Not bad at all. I just really got enjoyment out of the whole thing. I mean, even the little kids. Just what are those 2 kids' names? I don't remember. The 2 little bearer people. Lakin and what?
Kaysen.
Kaysen?
Yep.
They were
sharp, didn't they?
Oh, they did, and they went right to their place. And let's get this done. Congratulations, my dear.
Thank you. Do you want to wear my crown?
No, but I'd like to have your autograph.
Oh, really? I might give you one of them.
Okay. All right. But don't be selling them around here now. I mean, you're getting a pretty good list of accolades here, but it won't go to your head, will it?
No, it would never do that.
No, it would never do that. Miss Humility right here with me right now, huh?
Oh, yes.
Congratulations, my dear.
Thank you, Benny.
So, did you show anything in Tulsa yet?
I get to show, me and Renta both get to show Sunday. Me and Dad get to leave tomorrow morning for it.
I saw her walking somewhere, and I said, "Where are you going?" She said, "I got to go build a fence." I said, "Don't you have people to do that?" And she said, "No, that's why they have kids around here. That's why parents have kids. We need fence built."
Yeah.
Well, enjoy the second half of the game. Mr. Nix thinks we're going to come back and win, so we need a little cheering here.
Yeah.
Have fun in Tulsa.
Thank you. You have fun as well, Benny.
Okay, congratulations.
You too, Benny.
We're going to pause just because we want. Oh, thank you. We're going to pause just because we want to and we can. We'll be right back.
What do you look for in a good ag lender? Local decision making? Quick responses on questions? Personalized business packages with a focus on your financial goals? Guidance with the latest technology? On-site visits with respect for your time and your schedule? Well, if that sounds good to you, you should give us a call. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the leader in ag lending.
Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, an equal housing lender, online at farmcreditloans.com.
Back in Waynoka as we get ready for the second half of action. We still had a little bit of time left to run off, but Ben, we get to come back early for the commercial breaks. An onside kick for Sharon-Mutual goes right to Waynoka, and it's fallen on by the rails as Titan Smith Dunn able to fall on it at the 49-yard line. And so Waynoka getting great field position to start half number 2.
Colin Myers, the big senior, 55, jump on the ball. So as Mr. Nix was saying, strategy needs to be that we fire out here and do some good.
It's not a bad strategy.
Not at all.
Start the third quarter. Waynoka at the 48-yard line as Bouchard fakes a handoff, gets hit back at the 45. Two different Trojans in the area as Reese Durkee leading the charge.
Man.
First play of the half, and it's not what you want. I mean, once again, that's about how the first half ended, though, where Bouchard takes the snap and immediately has guys in front of him.
And that's what Mr. Nix was talking about, where he said that kid is jumping that gap before we ever get to the gap.
So 2nd and 14 now for the Rails, going from right to left across your radio dials. Bouchard under center with two backs behind him, hands it off to Davidson. Davidson gets across the 45 to the 50, tries to break a tackle back to the 47-yard line. 48-yard line of Sharon-Mutual, so we'll bring up a 3rd and manageable for Waynoka, about 3rd and 6. 11 minutes to go in the third quarter. Waynoka trailing 20-6 to Sharon-Mutual.
Elliot Weiss, we've called his name a number of times.
I mean, that's been the matchup, Davidson versus Weiss. Who's going to run at each other, basically? Bouchard, all alone, has 3 to his right. Bouchard takes the snap, runs right, cuts back across the 45-yard line. Still trying to go. Flag down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'd be 4th and short, but the flag, I think, is in the area of holding. It looks like the Rails are moving back, but I don't know if it is going to be a hold on Waynoka. Let's see where this ball is officially spotted. It looks like it'll be back at the 45-yard line. Waynoka back on its own 45 now, having to get all the way up to the Sharon-Mutual 42.
This portion of tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Viv's Flowers and Things. When you need it done beautifully, talk to Viv. Viv's Flowers and Things in downtown Waynoka.
3rd and 13 for the Rails, 10:43 to go in the third quarter. Waynoka down 20-6 as Bouchard has a back to his right. It's a direct snap instead of Davidson. Davidson races across the 45 to the 50. Finally hit at the 47, going back into Sharon-Mutual territory. I mean, once again, it's just a nice little play design. Bouchard runs off from the play, and it's a direct snap to Davidson.
4th down and 6.
He marked at the 48-yard line, where it'll be about 4th and 6 for Waynoka. 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. Waynoka in Trojan territory, trying to extend the drive once again. Bouchard with a back to his left, now in his right in Roland George. Has 2 receivers outright as well. Bouchard takes the snap, hands it off to Davidson, back on the left to the 50, 45-40. Davidson with running room to the 35-30 and run out of bounds at the 28-yard line. A beautiful play over to Davidson. A 20-yard gain for Waynoka and a first down for the Rails. 25 yards from when Davidson started running with it.
Whoa. Up at the Trojan 28.
First and 10 for the Rails, now deeper into Trojan territory. First and 10 at the Sharon-Mutual 28.
George set the edge perfectly over here.
Bouchard under center with two backs behind him. Bouchard tries to plunge ahead and gets hit for about a gain of a yard at the 27-yard line. Bouchard was just looking for somewhere to go. $9:30 to go in quarter number 3. Sharon-Mutual with a 20-6 lead over Waynoka. The Rails are threatening, trying to get this back to a one-possession game. Bouchard with George is the back to his right, a receiver to each side. Bouchard in the gun. Bouchard takes the snap, hands it off to George. George cuts back to the 25-yard line, still spinning, still fighting. Sharon-Mutual trying to take the ball out, moved it back to the 26. So another 1 yard gain. It'll make it 3rd and 8 at 9 minutes even in this third quarter.
Flores on the tackle, one of the freshmen that gets to play actually quite a bit.
Waynoka continuing to churn a bit of clock here already. An over 3-minute, 20-second drive. It's Davidson now, once again, the man with Bouchard is the back to his right. It's a direct snap to Davidson. Davidson goes across the 25, tries to lunge for a little bit more and gets to the 24-yard line. It'll make it 4th and 6. And once again, going back to that play call of having Bouchard move out to running back and let Davidson run.
This time they tried it over the right side. Not quite as effective as it has been on the previous 2 times on the left side.
8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Sharon-Mutual with a 20-6 lead over Waynoka. As Bouchard has 2 receivers to his right, has a back to his left. Now a man goes in motion to Davidson. Bouchard takes the snap up the middle, gets the 21-yard line and is brought down. It'll be short of the line to gain. A turnover on down. Sharon-Mutual will take over with 7:51 to go in quarter number 3.
I have nothing to say about the play call.
Bouchard just once again trying to go up the middle there, but Sharon-Mutual able to bow up. So now the Trojans will take over for the first time this half. Expect to see kind of about what we have seen. Instead, a little bit different formation as Wickware will have 2 backs and 2 receivers. It's a direct snap to Wickware. Wickware rolls left to the 20, 25, 30, finds a hole, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Wickware finally brought down, and the ball comes out at the end. Is it going to be a fumble? Ref's going to say that he was down. No fumble. Waynoka fell on it, but Sharon-Mutual going to keep it at the 15, or now they'll move the ball back to about the 18-yard line where Wickware was brought down, and a big run just getting Noah Wickware in space.
Most of the field is what he covered.
First and 10 for the Trojans at the 17-yard line of Waynoka. We talked about some of these big momentum-shifting plays in this game. Sharon-Mutual with a 20-6 lead as Wickware hands it off to White. White barrels his way across the 15 down to the 10-yard line where he's finally brought down.
Only a couple on the tackle that time.
Is about 7 yards.
George primarily brought him down. A little bit of help from one of his buddies. Cooper Truesdale checks in on the meat of the front line.
7 minutes to go in the third quarter. 2nd and 2 for Sharon-Mutual as Wickware with 2 backs behind him. The entire play moves, and Wickware stayed there. That'll be a flag.
False start on the offense.
False start on Sharon-Mutual. Moves it back to the 14-yard line. Make it 2nd and 6. Sharon-Mutual a 20-6 lead over Waynoka. 6:54 to go in the third quarter. Sharon-Mutual down at the Waynoka 14-yard line. As Wickware with two backs behind him, hands it off to White. White breaks one tackle at the initial line of scrimmage, still churning, gets to the 10, still fighting, still going down to the 5-yard line. It'll be another first down for Sharon-Mutual to set up a 1st and goal.
And that results in a Trojan first down.
Sharon-Mutual just continuing to give it off to the Creed White, who's basically playing the position of fullback. Sharon-Mutual continues to line up in that power I. 6:30 to go in the third quarter. As Wickware with White as the back, who is right. Wickware takes the direct snap for the 5, rolls right, cuts back inside, gets it down to the 2-yard line where he's finally met by multiple Railroaders.
That's about the only way you can say that. I only saw one that was still standing after.
Yeah, so 7 different people in trying to get there.
Yep.
Halfway through the third quarter now. 2nd and goal for Sharon-Mutual at the Waynoka 2-yard line. Sharon-Mutual already had a turnover on downs inside the Waynoka 3 once tonight. We'll see if the Waynoka defense can turn them away again. Wickware with two backs behind him, hands it off to White. White plunges through several defenders. Touchdown, Sharon-Mutual.
Corbin Ferguson was there, but needed a little help quicker than he got it.
We got an injured Waynoka player down.
I see that we do.
A touchdown for Sharon-Mutual with 5:47 to go in the third quarter as the injured Rail still down. Try to see who it is. Is Coach Slater out there? 26-6 lead right now for Sharon-Mutual. They'll have the 2-point conversion coming up.
Well, there's movement.
There is movement.
But the movement is indicating pain. He's telling him he's going to get up.
Try to see who that is.
I think it's Ferguson that we just sent in there, but I'm not. That I just announced was in there, but I'm not sure yet.
I'll try to see if we can get a better look at who it is. Might have been Ferguson. I know you mentioned him.
I never did see a number, did you? I think it's Hammerstein.
They think it's Hammerstein.
That would be that shoulder, wouldn't it?
That would. But I mean, that's your starting running back. That's one of your linebackers in there. That'd be another big loss. He's already had a few, or had a game he missed earlier due to injury, so you hate to see that it's still bugging him. And now, I don't know if that was exactly what he re-aggravated or not.
I would think so. He showed it to me yesterday at the bonfire. It was not in good shape to start. There goes the flag.
Rolls right in the flag.
False start on the offense.
So the false start will move the 2-point try back to the 8-yard line. Sharon-Mutual up 26-6 on Waynoka. 2-point try. Having to take it again. 5:47 to go in the third quarter.
This portion of tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Mock Resources, with offices in Waynoka and around the world.
As Wickware once again with a back to his right and a back behind him, receiver to each side. Wickware fakes the snap, looks to throw, rolls right, fires, and it is caught in the end zone. A 2-point try for the Trojans is good. Tried to see who got that. It was Paez Flores. Lorenzo Paez Flores, one of the freshmen on the Sharon-Mutual team, making the catch.
Man, you got to give him his due. That was a nice catch.
It was. I mean, that is dragging in the sideline.
So 5:47 remaining in the third quarter, and first blood has been drawn in the second half, drawn by Sharon-Mutual. It is 28-6. Rails down at homecoming in the third quarter. We'll be right back.
Core Bank in Waynoka was so named because of their customers. The name speaks to strength, substance, strong character, plus sound banking principles, heart, and soul. Offering strong, convenient banking in their community has been the aim, the goal of Core Bank of Waynoka, with a foundation dating to the early 1900s and shepherded for the last 50 years, headed by President Mick George and now Weston Hill, Vice President and Loan Officer. Core Bank, member FDIC, serving the community from downtown Waynoka. Call or come by, proudly supporting all things Northwest Oklahoma. Go Rails!
Back in Waynoka, where the Trojans of Sharon-Mutual have a 28-6 lead over the Rails about midway through the third quarter, 5:47 to be exact. As Reese Durkee, one of the sophomores, a lot of sophomores of the Sharon-Mutual team, as he gets set to kick it away, and the long kick to the 36-yard line, where it is picked up by Ferguson. Ferguson across the 40 to the 45, broke another tackle, is able to lunge to the 50-yard line and right at midfield. Just an athletic play there by Corbin Ferguson.
Nice return.
I mean, that is what he has been able to do at times, just make some of those athletic plays. So Waynoka will have the ball right at the 50, trailing 28-6 against Sharon-Mutual. 5:42 to go in the third quarter. Bashar moves up under center, has a back behind him and a receiver to his left. Davidson, the receiver, now moves in motion. Bashar hands it off to Davidson. We got flags and an immediate false start.
And once again, they just blow a whistle, stop the play.
Immediately.
Just stop it.
That time they can do that. You're allowed to do that on a false start.
I see.
Can't do it on a pass interference, though.
We're back to that.
I will try not to bring that up again.
Okay.
Just wanted to get it out one last time, I guess.
What's that?
One last time I wanted to bring it up. Now
What's that?
That pass interference that they blew down.
That's one more time.
There we go. There's the one more time. 5:40 to go in quarter number 3 is Bashar. Takes snap, hands it off
Second
to
man
Davidson
through.
with a
Look
push
at
speed
this.
across the 50 to the 45 and 40. And finally brought down to the 37-yard line. I mean, once again, just handed off to Davidson. And there he goes.
The Gazelle.
Yep, you mentioned it earlier. The speed of Davidson. Once he finds just that little crease, he can start running free.
First and 10 from the 37.
First and 10 for Waynoka at the Sharon-Mutual 37-yard line. 5:25 to go in the third quarter as the Rails trail 28-6. Bashard with a back to his right in Homertime. Two receivers as well. Hands it off to Homertime. Homertime fighting tacklers to the 35-yard line. Had to fight 1v2 and was able to get a yard on that.
Cooper Truesdale standing tough in there now. I mean, taking on two guys and holding his own.
Second down.
4:56 to go now in quarter number 3. 2nd and 9 for the Rails at the Sharon-Mutual 36-yard line. As George, the back to the right of Bashard, two receivers right as well. Bashard takes a step, immediately fires over to Davidson, caught the 35, spins to the 35. That's all he's going to get. A nice game, a nice play there by Sharon-Mutual, able to contain him for just another 1-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 8 at the Trojan 35. Rails huddle up, 4:20 to go in quarter number 3. Sharon-Mutual the 28-6 lead over Waynoka. As Davidson checks in as the quarterback once again, but instead it's a direct snap to Bashard on it, and Bashard goes up the middle and has nowhere to go, gets thrown down
And
after the play. There come the flags.
Roughing.
So, yeah. Personal foul against Sharon-Mutual. That'll be an automatic first down for Waynoka. There's just no need to throw him down after you've made the stop 8 yards away from the play.
But he's delectable to throw down. I mean, the guy's throwing is twice as big as most people on the field, so.
Yeah. So there'll be a first down for Waynoka at the 23-yard line of Sharon-Mutual after the penalty. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Rails down by 22, 28-6. Bouchard still with George as the back to his left. Bouchard takes a snap, hands it off to George. George who gets to 25, and he has nowhere else to go. Gets brought down for a loss of 1. George looked upset about something after the run. It'll be 2nd and 11 for Waynoka. Sharon-Mutual once again just able to find the point of attack and run to it. 2nd and 11 now for the Rails. 3:30 to go in the third quarter. Bouchard with 2 backs beside him.
What a
hands off
handoff.
Davidson at 21-yard line, and that's all he's going to get. Gets back a few yards there, but it'll be a 3rd and long yet again.
Bouchard scooped up that snap on its second hop like a shortstop, but managed to get it handed off. Right?
Third down and 10 for the Rails at the 23-yard line is where this thing's going to be spotted at. Shard gets the play call, makes his way back to the huddle. 2:53 to go in quarter number 3. Sharon-Mutual with a 28-6 lead on top of Waynoka. Shard with George as the back to his right. His 2 receivers out left. Now Davidson, receiver man in motion, goes from left to right, and an immediate flag. And it's a delay of game called against the Rails. So that'll make it 3rd and 15 at the 28-yard line of Sharon-Mutual.
This portion of our broadcast brought to you by Rick George and Associates, located in downtown Waynoka, right across from the car wash, the Little Sahara car wash. Speaking of Little Sahara, there are 12,000 people in Waynoka this weekend for the UTV takeover. It's a big weekend. It's homecoming.
Bouchard with George at the back to his left, a receiver to each side. Bouchard bobbles this. Now Bouchard throws over the middle, looks for someone to throw, and it's incomplete. Bobbled in and out of the hands of Davidson. He had 2 defenders right around him trying to make a stop. And it'll be 4th down as Bouchard faced heavy pressure on the throw.
Actually wasn't that bad a throw.
It really wasn't. For having the 2 guys in his face and having to just chuck it downfield and see Davidson immediately throw it to him, that was a pretty good throw.
It was. Davidson would have had to have caught it on the back third of the ball. It was by him, but with all he had to put up with, he got it pretty close.
So 4th and 14, Waynoka going for it. Bouchard looks back to drop. Now rolls to his left. Bouchard still looking for someone to go, throws it, and it's low, incomplete, and another turnover on downs for Sharon-Mutual. The Trojans able to come up with yet another stop here in the third quarter. Trojans take back over at the 27-yard line with 2:26 to play in quarter number 3. So now we'll see the Sharon-Mutual offense make its way back out, showing a little bit more here. Wickware still quarterback with a back to his left, flips it over to Weiss. Weiss is a receiver, spins around, tries to make a man miss, and has nowhere to go, brought down for a gain of nothing. 2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line. Trying to just get Weiss out in space for once instead of handing it off to him, and that time the Rails able to get a nice open field tackle. Two minutes to go in the third quarter, 28-6, Sharon-Mutual on top of Waynoka. 2nd and 10 for the Trojans at its own 27-yard line. As Wickware with a back to his left, a back behind him, a receiver to each side. Wickware on the design snap, rolls left across the 25, a flag down, gets to the 30 a little bit more, and that's about it. And that flag, I would think, is going to be a hold, and it is.
How about this little deal back here?
Yeah, so we got a little bit of pushing and shoving that was going on, a little bit of jawing.
Right. The loss of a helmet, and then a coach coming out to restore peace.
It's a hold on Sharon-Mutual with 1:40 to go in quarter number 3.
.140 in the third quarter. Rails down 28-6, but the second half has been pretty much a standoff.
Pretty much. I mean, it's kind of what we talked about once again. That Stanton County game we saw last week where Waynoka's defense trying to bow up once again, give that offense a little bit of room.
Yep.
So 2nd and 20 now at the 17-yard line after the hold. Sharon-Mutual, a lot of field to work with, and 3 receivers to the right and 1 to the left as Wickware takes the snap, runs left across the 10 to the 15, now tries to cut back, gets across the 20 and brought down at the 22-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play on the rollout for Wickware. So 3rd and 15 coming up for Sharon-Mutual. 1:17 to go in quarter number 3. Trojans with that 28-6 lead over the rails here on homecoming night in Waynoka. So play clock down to 10. Sharon-Mutual now breaking the huddle. Play clock now down to 5. Wickware with 2 backs behind him. Wickware fakes the handoff to Weiss, faces some pressure, lobs it down the field, and it is caught at the 35-yard line, caught the 24 by. Try to see who that was by. Number 24. I don't see a 24. So trying to see who that was. It's someone that I don't see on the roster.
Oh, well.
Yeah, either way, it ends up as a flag and then, or ends up as a first down for Sharon-Mutual all the way to the 47-yard line.
Emotions flew high. I mean, and he, in between the whistles, he took care of business.
It's Wickware, 2 backs behind him. Wickware fakes a handoff to White, instead pitches it over to Weiss, who gets the 50 and 49 and finally out of bounds.
And a railroader down. The one that took on the pitch man there.
We'll have an official's timeout for the injury. 24 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
So everybody takes a knee. And it's George, right?
I think so.
Yep. He got a knock in, no doubt about it. He must have led with the side of his face and shoulder.
Yeah.
So we have a timeout on the field, 24 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Timeout for an injury. We'll take timeout, and we'll be right back in Waynoka.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
Back in Waynoka as the handoff goes to White across the 50, 45, 40, just continues to barrel his way all the way down to the 37-yard line of Waynoka. And I mean, once again, it's just line up and playing power ball with White and Weiss. That time it's White on the big carry.
Maroon all over him, but nobody pinned his knees together.
So that will take us to the end of the 3rd quarter, where Sharon-Mutual has a 28-6 lead over Waynoka.
This portion of tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the Long Gas Company of Alva, Oklahoma. You're going to need propane. You're getting ready for that weather that's coming. You know, it's October. You know what that means. Merry Christmas. Get ready. The Long Gas Company bringing you this portion of tonight's broadcast. We'll pause again and be back.
15 minutes after the game, 7th through 12th grade.
We are very fortunate to live, to work, and to be able to play in this part of the world. We're also thankful for all of our blessings, our friends, and our neighbors in and around the Waynoka area. One of our big blessings is having our own animal doctor. That's Dr. Michaela Zook. Dr. Michaela Zook is now located in downtown Waynoka and can be reached at any time by telephone, 580-554-0226. Dr. Michaela Zook. One more blessing, and our hometown veterinarian.
back in Waynoka. Sharon-Mutual with a 28-6 lead over the Rails as we enter the fourth and final quarter of the game. Trojans trying to tack on another score. They have a 1st and 10 at the Waynoka 37-yard line. It's Wickware with White and Weiss as the backs behind him. Fakes the handoff to White, gives it off to Weiss. Weiss cuts back to the 35, tries to break over a tackle, can't, but finally down at the 33. 4-yard gain for Weiss. Makes it a second.
Wyatt Miltage and some help there on the tackle.
It makes it about 2nd and 6 for Sharon-Mutual now at the Railroader 33-yard line. 11:30 to go in the ball game. As Wickware hands it off to White. White breaks across the 30 to the 25 where he's finally brought down.
Run up the middle, good for a Sharon-Mutual
so a first down again for Sharon-Mutual.
Roland George on the hit there. George is guarding the backside.
Sharon-Mutual starting to get into their huddle and let that clock run a bit more, which you can do when you're up 28-6.
You can.
11:10 to go in the ball game. 1st and 10 for the Trojans at the Railroader 25-yard line. Going from right to left across the radio dial. As Wickware hands it off to Weiss. Weiss hops over a defender, still being fought on and hanging on, and finally thrown down at the 22-yard line. About 23-yard line, check that. So it'll be 2nd and 8 for Sharon-Mutual.
Cooper Truesdale with help from Wyatt Millage there, or vice versa. Wyatt, the sophomore, sticks his head in there a lot, as does Cooper Truesdale, come to think of it.
All right, 2 of those sophomores that have stepped up for Waynoka this season.
True.
As Wickware fakes the pitch over to Weiss. Wickware now rolls right to the 25 to the 20, tries to spin around him, man, gets a little bit more down to the 17-yard line.
That was George.
That was George. It was a nice tackle by George to stay with Wickware there as well. It'll make it about 3rd and 2. That's what they're going to say, a long 2.
That's one of the few times we have seen that ball carrier at full speed be brought down by one man.
Yes. 9:55 to go in the ball game. Sharon-Mutual with a 28-6 lead over the Rails. So the Trojans taking their sweet time, letting the play clock go all the way down under 10 down. 9:40 to go on the game clock. Wickware with Wiesbach behind him, hands it off to White instead as White breaks a tackle to the 16-yard line, and that's where his carry will end. It'll be 4th and 1 for Sharon-Mutual.
Run up the middle brings up a 4th down and 1.
So Waynoka needing a big stop here. Down 28-6. Subbing, it looks like there'll be Colin Myers coming onto the field, checking in place of Solomon.
Big senior in there. Get in the meat of the front line. Here we go.
As Wickware with White behind him. And Weiss dying at Wickware on the sneak ahead, gets to the 15. Did he get there? Ref saying on the Sharon-Mutual side of the 15. We'll see what the refs have to say about this spot. As Wickware was able to plunge ahead for some, but how much? It's going to be a turnover on downs and a first down for Waynoka. So the Railroader defense makes another big stop on 4th and 1.
That's huge.
So the Rails only down by 22 with 8:50. Crazier comebacks have happened, Ben.
And it's huge just because you needed something good to happen, anything good to happen, and it did.
So as Bouchard comes out, still as the quarterback. George is the back to his right, has a receiver to his right as well. Bouchard hands it off to George. George spins the 20-yard line, bobbled the ball for a moment, but still able to get a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6, or 2nd and 5, actually, across the 20-yard line. 2nd and 5 for Waynoka.
2nd down and 5.
8.5 minutes to go in this one. Waynoka down 28-6, trying to march down the field. They're on homecoming night. Bouchard under center with the back behind him. Receiver Davidson in motion. It's a handoff to Davidson, who gets hit in the backfield as Vassar comes in to make the stop.
Vassar on the stop. He was there as quick as the handoff was.
It was. I mean, the moment Davidson got the ball, Vassar just not teleported to him, but it sure felt like it.
Yes, truly. That's the jump that Mr. Nix was talking about at the halftime, and that hasn't been taken away, jumping that A gap.
So it moves it to third and 9 from the 16-yard line. Davidson is the quarterback, takes a snap, rolls to his right across the 20 to the 25, finally brought down to 26, right at the line to gain. That should be, they're going to call this 4th and short or a first down? Officials saying it's 4th down, so it'll be a 4th and a short. It's 7:18 to go in the ball game. 4th and very short.
I mean, really.
4th and about the length of the ball, length of half the ball short.
4th, and he could have called it a first down and nobody would have argued.
I don't think so. So now the officials are, I don't know if we've got a timeout for an official spottage here, or
are they going to measure?
They are going to measure.
This is unbelievable. How long has it been since we've seen an old-fashioned measurement?
I know, it's been a while, but 7:08 to go in the ball game. We've got a measurement here to see if it's a first down or 4th and extremely short at the 26-yard line. Waynoka at its own 26. Sharon-Mutual with a 28-6 lead. The ball's down. It's a first down, Waynoka. There it is. So you said it was so short they could have called it a first down and nobody would have bothered, Ben, but it was a first down the whole time.
Nobody's listening to me. Nobody. This portion of our broadcast, well, these people are listening, so I want to tell them this portion of our broadcast is brought to you by Viv's Flowers and Things in downtown Waynoka. When you have really messed up, you know what I'm talking about. It's going to take flowers. Talk to Viv. She's got you covered.
It's Davidson once again with the snap. Ball gets snapped. Davidson picks it back up, cuts back to the 25, gets to the line of scrimmage, and Davidson with the ball that rolled around behind him and to pick it up and mad dash for his life, and did a good job getting back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 for Waynoka on a scary play there. 6:45 to go in the ball game. Sharon-Mutual with a 28-6 lead on the rails. Bouchard back as the quarterback with a back in George to his left, receiver to his right. Bouchard hands it off to George. George breaks up the middle to the 30, still spinning to the 32, 33-yard line, where George is finally brought down.
There was no trickeration there.
It was just hand the ball.
Well, he stood, and the running back stood beside him, and they kind of worked it out, and he handed it to him. It was kind of a slow motion handoff.
6:10 to go in the ball game. 3rd and 3 for Waynoka at its own 33-yard line. Down 28-6 to Sharon-Mutual halfway through the 4th quarter. As Bouchard with a back to his left, hands it off to George. George gets to the 35, had to lunge to get there, and it'll be 4th down and short.
And we're going to do it again.
Yeah, this time it is 4th down and short.
Yeah, it is.
4th down and 1.
About the 35-yard line. We made our way to 5:40 to go in the ball game.
You know, they're big, but they're wearing down a little bit.
They are.
They're wearing down a little bit across that front line.
It's Bouchard with a back behind him. Davidson is the receiver all the way out to the right. George is the back. Bouchard plunges ahead.
Oh,
breaks
look
a
at
tackle
that.
to the 40, to the 45, still running to the 50, 45-40. And Bouchard ran out of bounds at the 39-yard line.
That'll be good for
And a first down for Waynoka. And a much-needed gain there, about a 26-yard gain.
Yeah.
Much-needed first down. A little bit of juice left for the rails. 5:16 to go on this one. Waynoka down 28-6. Now in Sharon-Mutual territory. 1st and 10 at the Trojan 39. Bouchard with the back to his right, receiver to each side. Bouchard takes the snap, hands it off to George. George gets hit right at the 39. Nowhere to go at 2nd and 10.
Right up the middle, no gain on the play.
Move under 5 minutes to play in the ball game now. 2nd and 10 for the Rails. Still at the 39. As Davidson moves back into the quarterback position. Has the blocking to the left. Davidson takes a snap, rolls left to the 35 and down at the 34-yard line. A nice gain of 5 for Davidson. Once again, it's just that simple direct snap it to your fastest player.
They're going to have to put in the future 2 or 3 more plays in for Davidson.
It's a nice package.
He's just really good when he gets the ball. And I think there's only the 2 plays in for him that I've seen. So you kind of know after a while that it's coming here when he's back there in the Wildcat.
4 minutes to go in the ball game. Sharon-Mutual with a 28-6 lead over Waynoka. 3rd and 5 for the Rails at the Trojan 34. Bouchard with the back to his left in George. Bouchard, low snap, hands it off to George. George up the middle of the 30, across the 28-yard line. 1st down, Waynoka.
That'll be good for a Railroader. 1st down.
Chains move, clock stopped for the moment. 3:48 reads the clock here in the 4th quarter.
And I know that Sharon-Mutual is playing some of their 2s, but not very many because they don't have very many. Most of the people that are in there were starters, and they're wearing down.
I count 6 people on their sideline.
Okay.
Not very many. Davidson, once again, as the ball goes low, Davidson has to pick it up, run to the left, gets back to the 30, and that'll be a loss of 2 on the play. A low snap once again, but Davidson has to go find and pick up.
Wow.
So
Reese Durkee there on the
loss
stop.
of 2 makes it 2nd and 12. About 3 minutes to go in this one. Sharon-Mutual up by 22.
Ball game's over, but it would be really nice for morale to hang one up
Also,
here.
you think about the district points. If Sharon-Mutual can't get the full 15, you never know when that 1 point might become a factor.
You're exactly
and who
right.
gets a playoff spot. Bouchard stills the quarterback, hands it off to
George.
George still fights his way, extends the ball out to the 26-yard line. On 2nd and 12, we'll make it 3rd and 8 at that 26-yard line.
We have to throw the ball, don't we?
At some point, I would think you have to.
I'm thinking this is as good a point as any.
2:22 to go in the ball game. Sharon-Mutual a 28-6 lead. 22. If you get a touchdown to 2, it's only 14 in the district points instead of the full 15 you can get. That kind of becomes the big story here late. Bouchard is the quarterback. George is the back to his left. Bouchard bottles the pat, now racing around, looking for somebody to go. Gets clobbered at the 36-yard line. Hit back in the sack for Sharon-Mutual to make it 4th and about 18. Now you have to throw it. And they tried to throw it on that point.
Yes, they did. Yes, we did.
1:40 to go in the ball game. 4th and 18.
This portion of tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Rick George and Associates. Rick and Matt waiting to do your numbers just like they need to be done. Rick George and Associates, downtown Waynoka.
A timeout going to be taken by the Rails with 1:24 to go in the ball game. Sharon-Mutual a 28-6 lead over the Rails. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching and listening to Waynoka football here on KLV.
Come for the day, or we can stay. You'll have a great time in Waynoka.
Get your kids ready. Spooktacular 2025 is coming to downtown Waynoka Saturday, October 25th. 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Things start off with breakfast at 8 a.m. and then includes a lot of events throughout the day, including but not limited to the Fry and Trio feed, the Candy Ride, Scavenger Hunt, Haunted Hay Rack Trail Ride, and the Barrel Train. Check it out. It's Spooktacular 2025, Saturday, October 25th, 2 to 10 p.m., downtown Waynoka.
Visit Waynoka, the little city by the sand.
Clean Harbors, hazardous waste disposal and recycling services provide the widest range of recycling, treatment, and disposal options for all your hazardous waste streams. Unmatched in North America, our infrastructure of hazardous waste management facilities services all of the U.S. and Canada, northern Mexico, and Puerto Rico. We handle both drum and bulk hazardous waste in liquid, solid, semi-solid, sludge, and gas forms. One call handles all your hazardous waste disposal needs. Located in Waynoka, where we proudly support our railroaders.
1:24 to go in the ball game here in Waynoka. The Sharon-Mutual with a 28-6 lead over the rails. 4th and 18 for Waynoka as Bouchard takes the snap, looks for somewhere to go. Bouchard lobs it down, and it is intercepted. Try to see who got it.
What a nice catch. I mean, I understand it's the wrong team, but a great catch.
Yeah, great catch. It looked like it might have been either Creed White or Noah Wickware. It's a 1 and a someone. Can't tell if it's a 0 or an 8. But either way, it's picked off at about the 10-yard line, I want to say, somewhere around there, but the 14 actually.
Well, one thing we found out is that Colin Bouchard can throw 35 yards
We did
in the
find
air.
that out.
Yep.
That'll be useful as the season goes on.
And Colin gets to come to the sideline for about the first time tonight.
Wickware hands it off to White. White gets about a yard, and that's it. 1:10 to go in this one. Sharon-Mutual going to hold on and get the win as the clock continues to run down under a minute in the fourth quarter. So Waynoka will fall to 0-5 on the season, 0-1 in district play, but Sharon-Mutual, I mean, this is the 3-game stretch for Waynoka, though, where it's just, what are you made of? Sharon-Mutual at home, you go to Tyrone, Timberlake comes here. If you can survive and compete in these 3 games, then you go to Balco-Forgan, you get Kremlin-Hillsdale, and then it's Buffalo at the end as Wickware hands it off to White again, gets nothing on that one to a 16-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 9, 29 seconds to go in this ball game. Sharon-Mutual going to get the 28-6 win.
Number 4, Ian Ellis, a freshman for Waynoka, going to get some playing time.
Sharon-Mutual will let the clock run out, and so that will be your final. Sharon-Mutual gets a 28-6 win over Waynoka.
It's homecoming. Nice crowd tonight. Mary Hill's band with help from your Northwestern band. Great crowd. Beautiful night. Not the score that we want for sure, but as you were saying, and I'll add to what you're saying and say, nobody quit. Nobody quit.
It's the same feeling you have. I don't want to bring it up again, but 8-0 in the second half. They've given up 10 points in the last 2 second halves.
That's right.
Now they haven't scored. They got to get there, but the defense has held up when it needed to.
Yes, and their physical shape is not a problem. They're in better shape than the last 2 teams that they played late in the ball game.
Yes. There's a lot to be positive. You can look at it as 2 things. You can look at it as negative and say we're 0-5, we're halfway through the season, we haven't won a game yet. Or you can look at the takeaways of what these games are showing you, which is Waynoka's getting there. They're starting to gel. They're getting healthier. You finally had your starting quarterback back tonight in Colin Bouchard. You see the package with Dakota Davidson. A 22-point loss, but there's a lot of positives to take away from it.
Without a doubt. And this is my favorite part. I love this. Both teams get on a knee and everybody takes headgear off, coaches included, and we have a prayer.
So once again, Sharon-Mutual, the 28-6 win. And I mean, you kind of look at the district standings around everything, just to kind of talk about that. Didn't have a time to during halftime. Timberlake run-ruled Buffalo tonight. That was a 52-0 win for Timberlake. They moved to 2-0. Sharon-Mutual's now 2-0 and 4-1 on the season. We don't have an update on Kremlin, Hillsdale, and Balco Forgan, so we don't know what's come out of that game. But things are still, playoff race is still wide open. We still got 5 games to determine a lot.
I'm really interested in that Balco score because I really don't know if they're any good or not. There are people that think they're very good.
Yeah, I would say they're one of the mysteries in C1 this year. Let's see. Well, we've got a moment if we can try to get an update on that before we go off tonight. Maybe we can find a score on it. Maybe we won't. Let's see. We can tell you Waukomis is up 42-8 on Tyrone. So that's a bit of a shocker going on there. Still no update on that Kremlin, Hillsdale, Balco Forgan game. So that'll be one we'll have to find out about later on in the night or tomorrow morning type of deal.
So we go to Tyrone. I found out tonight it's a Thursday game. That's good. So I got some good out of tonight's game, I'll tell you for sure. I'm thinking with your job with the university, you're probably not going to make that trip.
Northwestern Soccer is Thursday night. They are 8-0-1. I have been told by the soccer team I have to be there.
I don't blame you for making up any kind of a story. They probably don't even have a soccer team, but okay.
Okay. But other than that, I mean, that'll be a tough test again, going out in the Panhandle to see them take on Tyrone. Tyrone, though, 42-8 down to Waukomis. I don't know what's going on with Tyrone tonight, but we'll have to see. But, Ben, any other final comments before we get on out of here tonight?
You did a good job. It was a great crowd and a great night, and we take some pluses out of it. So let's let it go at that.
Sounds about right. Sharon-Mutual gets the win over Waynoka 28-6. For Ben Buckland, I'm Cade Kennedy. Until next time, have a good one, everybody.